Hopefully we are live. Welcome. Hello there, everybody. Hopefully somebody in chat can go ahead and tell me if my microphone is working. Everyone go ahead and say hi real fast.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Howdy, folks.
Introduce ourselves?
Hello, hello.
All right, so real fast, before we jump into this excellent one-shot adventure that we have planned, I have to do a few announcements. This video is sponsored, this whole series is sponsored by dScryb. They are automated box text, so if you're running an adventure and you need to describe an old church or a flaming barn or an old crypt, you can just type it in dScryb and they'll go ahead and give you the description. Super useful tool, and we're going to be using it tonight. This is a one-shot adventure, but it's part of a larger series. Each episode can stand alone on its own, but if you watch the entire things, they tell a wider story. So to get to the other parts of this adventure, other parts of this campaign, you can check it out on my $1 Patreon down in the description. The overlays, the beautiful Killers of the King graphics, all this stuff was done by Luke Jackson. So if you were trying to get on Twitch, if you want some graphic artwork done, go ahead and check him out. Link below. Whew. Okay, so now that that is out of the way, so here is how we're going to try to do this. We're going to do a quick cold open, right? And then we're going to break and introduce your characters, and then we're going to jump back into it. All right. Sound good?
Great.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So, the king is dead. 3 years ago, the Gnostic cult who claimed to know the secret history of the White Church seized control of the government. They captured the capital city of Mer-Lorraine. They overthrew the hierarchy of the White Church and the royal house that supported it. They put the king on trial, then chopped off his head. When the queen was restored to power, she demanded revenge. And now you, a group of bounty hunters, are out to capture and bring to justice the killers of the king. You are pretty well established at this point. You've had a few successful missions and one go haywire, but now you got it. You're on the job. It's nightfall, and you are standing just outside an abandoned church. You can tell that the stonework is old and crumbling. You can tell that the belfry has long since collapsed. There are rotted wooden boards covering the windows, and you can see a broken glass is still on the ground. Looking to your left and to your right, you can tell this is an old alley in a bad part of town. Looks like this place has been abandoned for quite some time. But you're here on a tip. You have some intelligence that just on the other side of this door, members of the Gnostic cult are lying in wait, and one of your targets is right there. So, on the count of 3, 2, 1, you kick down the door, open it, and there's nothing. What do you do?
Who has dark vision? Can anyone not see? Is that why there's nothing? Or what time of day is this?
So it is in the middle of the night. You thought that the cult was going to be meeting at midnight. But looking in, this once splendid house of worship, lies in ruins and smashed apart. There's a burned altar on one side, and what's not already been destroyed or carried off by looters is now kind of in a sad state. You can see a tilted over candelabra. The broken window is casting light into the center of the room, and there's probably like 40 feet between you and the other far side of the wall.
I would have already transformed before we kicked the door down. So I'm going to start sniffing around and try to find someone.
All right. So taking a few steps in, you look around and there's nothing there. Was the intelligence bad? Did they get tipped off somehow? So he's sort of standing there all by himself in the middle of this abandoned temple. Are you three going to walk in?
Yep, I'm gonna walk in. I'm getting at the ready, so my hands are already starting to glow a little bit. Some fire starting to form, and I'm walking in.
All right, so Blaze, your tattered, your robes that were once splendid are now sort of threadbare and tattered. You sort of run your hand over your shaved head, walk in there with ashes sort of flaking off of your not quality cigar, but not a bad one.
It's all right.
And you join Lilith, the were otter in the center of the collapsed church.
Love it. Where are?
Endrakar has his shield and axe and joins everyone in the center as well, keeping a wary eye out to make sure that everyone's safe.
All right,
And it's not an ambush.
your dragonborn sense is definitely tingling. You have an ominous sense for being a dragon folk. You can tell that something is not quite right. You can't put your finger on it. And
Everyone be safe.
what is Shale doing?
Well, I probably would have used inspiring leader before we walked in, the same way that Lilia would have. So I have to spend 10 minutes getting us ready for the fight.
All right, so you pump everyone up on the way over here with your inspiring leader feat, and
Yeah.
then you say the finishing words as you walk in to the church compound.
Screw religion, let's do this. It's
All right.
very real.
So as your footfalls ominously echo cluck clunk, cluck clunk, cluck clunk throughout the abandoned sanctuary, as soon as you get there, you turn your back towards your companion, sort of get a 360 view. The floor collapses underneath you. Crush!
I knew it.
Yeah. You find yourselves surrounded in a necropolis, an undercroft that serves as a crypt and a catacomb for countless skulls and bones that make up the walls of this whole place. There are 4 pillars on either side of the room, and an altar in the sudden that pulses green. Woof, and then the bones spring to life. All right, let's do some character introductions.
All right.
Good assignment.
All right, let's start with Derek.
With who?
Derek. Drew. You mean Drew?
Oh, Drew, sorry. Yes.
Okay. I was looking around. I was like, wait, wasn't Derek on like the last stream or something?
Sorry.
Howdy, folks. I'm Drew, and I'll be playing the little halfling lady, Lilia Loamstown, once a quiet member of a small community of folk gifted with therianthropy, in our case, otter folk. We live far away from the cities and towns, under the protection of the king and the Brackenfield family, until the Gnostics came and destroyed everything. So I left the river and the graves of my family behind to kill them all and to catch the killers of the king.
All right. Excellent. Johnny next up, I think.
Sure. So I'm John, playing Kandrakar, Dragonborn Paladin of Remembrance. And Kandrakar serves the White Church because as long as he can remember, he's been haunted by apocalyptic visions and knows that the White Church will be the only thing to stand in their way. And so now he's serving them through the death of one king and serving the next queens, knowing that he'll be there when the time is needed.
All right, Pascal, who are you playing?
So I am playing, hello, I'm Pascal. I am playing Blaze, the human pyromancer. Now Blaze is he's a very fiery being, fiery. I am the last son of the House of Brackenfield, and actually Lilia's family, we were actually sworn to protect that land, so we did the best that we could, but this leads to that. But whenever things come up, we gotta turn up the heat a little bit. Gotta turn up the heat.
Awesome. And Mary, who are you playing?
I'm playing Shale, the gnome rebel heretic. I have a pretty sordid past that I feel some of it is secretive, and I would not discuss it with people. But suffice it to say, I basically don't like establishments, gatherings of people, most people. I'm kind of like I have a little chip on my shoulder, and I'm an angry little gnome.
All right. So there we have our intrepid adventurers who, as a result of being fed some bad intelligence, have fallen right into a trap. As the necropolis pulses and the bones start to come to life, go ahead and roll for initiative. Oh, one more thing before we get started. On all of your character sheets, you have a catchphrase. So when you say your catchphrase, you can go ahead and get inspiration. And you can only have one inspiration at a time, so you might as well say your catchphrase, get the inspiration, spend it, and then say the catchphrase again. All right. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
So you want me to say my catchphrase right now? Is that what you were saying?
Whenever you want, whenever it's appropriate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we otter folk have a saying. Sometimes the floor collapses and you're surrounded by skeletons.
See, there you go.
Is that your catchphrase? That was so easy to put
It's
in
an oddly
there.
specific catchphrase.
Lily is very, very specific.
We have a lot of sayings.
Kandrakar
Yes.
goes on a 10.
And I'm also a 10.
I'm a 9.
13. Not great, but no one else did very well either, so.
All right. So give me 1 second here. I need to open up the book. We're running a trap out of Galder's Gazetteer. Top seller on Drive-Thru RPG. Pick up your copy now. All sales go to the Cancer Research Institute. So, on initiative count 20, the ceiling above you slams shut, and it magically entombs you inside the catacombs. And then a wave of sickly green necrotic energy emanates from the central altar, the central obelisk. Everyone must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
"13 for Lilia. Actually, 12.
14 for Kandrakar.
19? Oh, 20 and 19. Wow.
Oh, look at y'all.
And I got a
Alright.
22.
So everyone who got below an 18 takes 11 points of necrotic damage and gains a level of fatigue, which means your lowest stat is lowered by 2. Your lowest attribute is lowered by 2.
That was a high save. Just barely passed
Oh,
it.
shoot. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So
How
Shale,
much necrotic was that?
11
Sorry.
points.
And did we
11.
get temporary hit points earlier from the inspiring leader?
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Sorry. Yes, you got temporary hit points. I'm glad you read my character sheet for me. So you would have got 9 temporary hit points.
9 temp.
Okay.
And then for over 20, you said how much necrotic damage?
Oh, no, if you
11.
only the people who scored under 18 took damage on the save.
Okay. All right.
Everyone else is safe for the time being. Shale, having seen the ceiling just magically reseal itself above you, there are 4 pillars scattered throughout the room, and then the one central altar obelisk. What are you going to do to try to overcome this trap?
Can we like look around what kind of symbols or anything like that are going on? Check for traps. More traps.
Well, you are in the trap, but what you see that there are channels on the floor that lead from the pillars to the center obelisk, and each of the pillars has a large black skull set into it, and there are runes etched onto the ceiling above you. But I don't think you speak Abyssal.
Does anybody speak Abyssal?
I don't speak such a language. Never learned it.
Me neither.
All right, so
Okay.
what are you gonna do?
Learn Abyssal real fast. Just kidding. Okay, so you said that there are rune or writing on the ceiling, and then there is skulls on the pillars.
Yes.
Does it look like the pillars are movable and then channel things on the ground?
No, The channels seem to lead straight from the pillars to the central altar, and everything seems to be pretty set. Like the pillars are holding up the ceiling.
Okay. Can I inspect the skull more closely?
Yeah, absolutely. So the skulls look to be made of jet. Like they seem to be hollow, like carved out pieces of polished gemstone.
Okay, that doesn't help.
All right.
Is this?
So Shale sort of you walk over there, give that, and sort of call back over to the team that they look hollow, and seem to be fixed in place. Lilia, what are you gonna do?
Well, thanks to the fatigue, I now have an intelligence of 6, so I don't think I'm going to be solving any puzzles.
Oh no, can you like even speak?
Yeah.
You're
But-
like
but-
feeble-minded.
Yeah, but she's not going to speak. She's gonna try to tear one of those skulls off the pillar.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength athletics check to try to pry it off. I would say.
Really?
I don't get like advantage on that from being wear form, do I?
I do not think
That's
so.
No, that's a rage thing, not a wear form thing. Okay. Her strength isn't great, but that's okay. Where are you, athletics? There you are. That's a
There's no your
16.
intelligence, that's for sure.
So a 16, you strain and strain and strain and manage to just pop one skull right out of the bracket. And when you do so, it crushes whoosh, into 1,000 fragments. And when it does so, it lets out a horrible wail.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea.
And so
She'll grin.
as you hear that wail, you look down at your fingers and they're starting to blacken at the tips of your claws. So go ahead and make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Dang.
That's a 14 exactly.
All right, so you pass, and you don't take necrotic damage, and you are allowed to regain hit points. All right, that's Lilia's turn. Kandahar. So you see your were-otter friend sort of bound over one of there and snatch a skull out of the pillar. It collapses, and she lets out a whelp as her fingers almost turn to ash. What are you going to do?
Kendrakar is sort of shaking off that initial burst of necrotic energy, and as he gains his footing, looks to the center of the room to see if I can see anything about this central obelisk that looks important.
Well, it seems to be has like a green glow around it that wasn't there initially. It looks like go ahead and make an Arcana check if you are trying to investigate further.
Wait, did the
Definitely,
green glow appear after the skull broke, or do we know when it appeared? Sorry.
It was when you, as soon as you got down in there, like after a moment, there was a wave of green energy out of the center. Wow, it hasn't happened again yet.
Was that though? That was the initial wave of energy that hurt us. That hurt. I think it was me and Lily too. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So it didn't seem to be that green energy. It wasn't associated with when he broke the skull. That's not.
No,
that
happened
wasn't.
afterwards.
Okay. All right. Is there any? Can I knock this obelisk over? Can I just knock this thing over?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go ahead and make a strength check. Let's just try to push it.
Put my shoulder on it and just try to knock
absolutely.
knock this foul magic down. And 18.
All right, so an 18 is not enough to do it. Like this thing is like carved maybe like out of the bedrock. You'd have to like snap the base of the rock. Okay. So at initiative count 10, from the walls, right, skeletons start to emerge. Ooh, they come out of the walls and sort of start crawling towards the center. 3 of them pop out from the pedestals that are nearest to the unshattered skulls and move to attack. So our otter folk did not get attacked, but that's going to be one for each of the rest of you.
But a skeleton did not come out from the pillar that I destroyed the skull on.
Yes. The
Oh.
channels that
Right.
led from the center to the pillars to the walls. Only a skeleton emerged from the other three.
Maybe our otter was smarter than I was.
Yeah. But I don't think a
Sounds like she
14
was.
is going to hit any of you, right?
No.
All right, that was the highest attack I got. So.
Wait, 14? Yes. My AC is 12.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're a
So-
squish.
Ooh. So you do get rammed by a skeleton and take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. As this thing
Okay.
just clubs you with like a spare arm it has.
Ouch.
Anyone
so-
within 5 feet of me gets a disadvantage on their attack roll too, as Kandrakar sort of encourages folks to stay close.
Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
So it's Blaze's turn at the bottom of initiative order.
Okay, so I am going to try to attack the one that just clubbed me.
All right, go for it. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right, let's see if we attack. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, where are we, buddy? Sweet. Okay. That's not too great. Sweet. So looks like I got a 10 to hit.
Well, luckily, you're not doing all that great. So down here, like in the dark and like getting like sort of like that sickness in your belly, you did not manage to hit the skeleton.
Okay.
Whoosh. Right over you. All right, and so at initiative count 20, there's again another like pulse. The green wave emits from the center. The DC is lowered by 2, so everyone go ahead and make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. As you're learning how to steel your stomachs against the necrotic waves.
Okay.
No. Kandrakar
That's
did
an
not make it.
11.
All right, so everyone.
19.
18. Oh, same people are getting hit.
Jeez.
All right, so again, you two take 11 points of necrotic damage, and you gain another level of fatigue, which means your next lowest ability drops by 2.
Dang.
I am not feeling well. Blue Warrior is about to die. No, not yet.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Shale. So as you were inspecting one pillar and the skeleton comes out and you try to fend it off, you realize that this is not going to get any easier. So Mary, what are you going to do?
So I think that I should bond with somebody or pull off the rock, but I'm not that strong. So, yeah, -1 strength. I'm not going to try to pull anything off. But yeah, I'll bond. That's an action, correct? Okay, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I will bond with the paladin, and then I will use my bonus action to help. And so you get +3 to your next attack roll.
All right, so we can assume that you were already bonded with everybody like before this whole thing started. 'Cause that's like an hour ritual.
Oh,
So you still have your
well,
action to do something.
okay. I probably would have done some more stuff then. if
Yeah,
I
no, you
hadn't-
can go ahead and you can go ahead and attack or do something else with your action.
So where is everybody in location to the pillars? Is everyone beside a pillar besides the otter folk, or?
Yeah, everyone's pretty much beside a pillar right now.
Okay, I guess but do I have to pull the skull out of the wall? 'Cause I'm bad at that.
You could try to smash it. You could try to do other things. You can try to, scream at it.
Scream at it?
I mean, I don't know. You play your character.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna try to, stab it.
All right, so you get out your dagger and go ahead and make an attack roll against the skull.
Oh, I crit.
Oh, nice. So go ahead and roll double your dice.
course, I don't have D6s out. They didn't get in my dice ritual, so they might be duds. I don't know. 8. Or wait, hang on. Not D6s. I was doing my bow instead of my dagger. Sorry, that was my bad. These were part of my dice ritual though, so yay. Still 8.
All right. So yeah, you take the pommel of your dagger and you sort of like bash it into the skeleton, the jet black skull, and you manage to chip out a few of its teeth and like maybe part of the nose cavity, but it's not all the way destroyed yet.
I was still using bonus action help though.
Yeah.
I will still do that.
So who are you going to help?
The paladin.
The paladin can? Awesome. All right. So Lilia, having successfully like smashed one skull, you can sort of turn around and see that there are 3 skeletons on your crewmates, and Shale is frantically trying to bust one of the skulls out of the pillar. What are you gonna do?
Wait, was anybody within 30 feet of me? Because whenever I attack, somebody else gets to attack with me.
Yeah. So go ahead and call someone else to make an attack.
Who's strong? Okay, I'll go. What's the paladin's name? I'll go with the paladin.
All right, Can. So go ahead and make a
Kandrakar.
bonus attack.
Kandahar?
Yeah. Kandrakar, go ahead and I'll attack one of the skulls that I'm closest to.
All right, so you turn your back to the skeleton and sort of attack with your battle axe on the skull.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And +3 for the aid, plus that's a 19 to hit and 9 damage.
All right. Good to know. So crack, crack, the same thing. Like these things are made out of rock, and so it's hard to get like a really good swing on it with, especially with your axe. But yeah, you're managing to do some damage. You're seeing some cracks form in it. All right. So Lilia, now you see Kandahar also going to town on it with Shale's encouragement. There's 1 skull by Pascal and 3 skeletons in the room.
I will. Yeah, she's not smart enough for that. I'm gonna leap into the skeletons. How far away are they? Are they 20 feet away?
Yeah, you can easily leap onto them.
Will I get a thing if they're 20 feet or more?
Yeah, you could take a step back to like put your heel up against the bone wall, or sort of take a bound onto one if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Excellent.
So I'll do a feral charge and charge the whatever one just took a swing at Blaze.
All right, so you put your heel up against the wall, dig your heel in, and then jump across the skeleton right by Blaze. So go ahead and make an attack roll with your feral charge.
I'm assuming a 24 hits.
Yep. Skeleton's
So
have an AC
that's-
of 13.
9 damage, and he's got to make a strength saving throw, DC 15, or be knocked prone.
Fail. And with that, like, boom, the bones collapse on the floor and just go scattering everywhere. Clack, 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 clack. So you knock the one down beside Blaze with a mighty leap.
Alrighty.
I raise my fist.
I'll attack the next nearest skeleton.
All right, so you could probably take like 1 or 2 giant steps over and get the one next to Shale, or get the one next to get the one next to Kandahar.
I'll get the one next to Shell.
Okay, so Shale has her back turned, hacking the skull with the blunt of her dagger, and you take another like big old 2 giant steps over and try to tackle that skeleton.
15.
That will hit.
8 damage.
Nice. That one is still. Nope. That
I'm
one
gonna-
dies. Collapse.
And I get a bonus action attack. Am I close enough to hit that skull that Shell's been attacking?
Yeah, you can backpaw it.
I will 22 to hit for 7 slashing damage, and I will add my frenzy dice to that,
Okay.
which is another 2. So 9 total.
Awesome. All right. And that was the one.
That Shell had already hit.
All right, and the one by Shale with your help explodes, right? Collapse.
Yay.
There are two more left in the room. All right, Kandakar, the one right in front of you, you got one good swing out with your axe. There's still a skeleton beside you, but this thing right in front of you seems to be the key to getting out of this situation. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna ignore the skeleton behind me and keep attacking this as I see this is how we get out of here. So I'm gonna make another attack on the. I'll make 2 attacks because I get 2 attacks. I forgot that last time. So the first attack is over 20 math, and I did 13 points of damage with the first swing. Did that to it, or do we still got more to go?
13 points of damage to the first swing. Yes, you still have more on that skull.
And, 16 to hit and 8 damage.
Okay, and that will do it. That will crack it. There's just the one left by Blaze. But before you get the chance to do that, one more skeleton appears out of the wall next to Blaze. So now there's these 2 like raggedy skeletons sort of like crawling out of the walls right next to you. They're going to go ahead and double team you and give you the smack. But I don't think a 14. No, a 14 does hit you, right?
Oh no.
For 3 points of bludgeoning damage. The one that you were looking at with the bone club for an arm, like you managed to duck out of that one, but the other one got you with an extra skull he was using just like smash your face in.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, right?
Disrespectful indeed.
Rude.
All right. Blaze, luckily you have the opportunity right now to fight back.
Say, all right, I think that's quite enough. And I am going to use my... They are right there, right?
Yeah, they're right in front of you. 2 of them.
Fantastic. So I'm going to roll to try to hit with Burning Hands around myself from my 15-foot cone. So I'm going to try to hit with that. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. And they need a strength saving throw, it seems.
All right. And with a 10, they were going to fail.
Yep. Fantastic. All right, so that is 3d6 damage. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so that looks like an 8.
All right, so you burned the skeletons, right? And you can tell that they're starting to fall apart at this point. Like the little bits of their bone are starting to crumble down to ash. Part of the rib cages are collapsing, but they're both still standing at this point. Which brings us back up to initiative count 20. And so again, for maybe the last time, this sickly green wave comes out from the center. Everyone make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Getting a little
14
tired
exactly.
of that green.
Finally made one.
Yes.
Did everyone pass?
Made one.
No,
Made one. Yeah.
Failed.
All right, so
Pass.
go ahead and Shale, go ahead and take 11 points of necrotic damage, and your lowest ability, you get a -1 penalty too. All right, so as you feel your stomach sort of like turn inside out for a second, and like the cold clamminess like comes across your face, you see the 2 skeletons by Blaze are maybe within 2 or 3 steps of you.
Of me?
Yep.
And then are we done with all the I was doing math, sorry. It's hard. Are we still one skull or
Yep, there's one skull in front of Blaze, and there's also the 2 skeletons attacking him.
Great. Yeah, okay. I will go up, walk up to Blaze, and I will, I guess, attack the skeleton because I didn't do very much to that stupid skull last time.
All right, so it's like still like roughly on fire from the burning hands. You can come from behind it and try to hit it in the head.
Sure. That sounds great.
All right.
Back of the head. Clonk. 16?
16 hits, yep.
Okay. damage.
All right, and with a satisfying crack, you bring the heel of your dagger down like through the skull into the vertebrae. They all collapse one on top of another and fall into a pile of bones at your feet.
Can Blaze attack, or does it have to be on the same target?
Blaze can attack. He can make a. He can't use a spell, but he can go ahead and make an attack with like a dart or a dagger or something.
Might as well. Well, he's the only one in range of the skeleton, so it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hear you.
Oops, I forgot I muted to turn my AC
Okay.
on. So I'm going to try to attack. I'm going to use my dagger. Is this just attack to hit, or are you just doing for damage? Okay, 18.
18. Go ahead and roll for damage. Awesome, you hit that skeleton.
Yep. Whomping total of 2.
All right. So you put it on fire with the shell's encouragement. You're like, you know what? Maybe I can dagger it too. And you put like the pommel like into the eye socket, so it doesn't do like that much damage. Like it's already like kind of round.
Okay. Okay. And I'll say,
good attempt.
just you wait. Just you wait. It's coming. It's coming.
And I'm going to help action on Kandakar again.
All right. Excellent. So Lilia.
I'm gonna run over and attack that skeleton on Blaze.
All right. So as Blaze has got the pommel of his dagger in its eye, you're gonna come from behind and give it a whap.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll for
24 to hit for 12 damage.
And that's enough to do it. Like you bear tackle it or otter tackle it from behind. Oh, right. The pelvis in it shatters. Ka-chunk.
And there's still one skull left, right?
Yes, there's still one skull left in the pillar.
I'll take a nice flying leap to across the room to that pillar and start scrabbling at it. I'll use my frenzy die on this.
All right, so you take a step around Blaze to get to the skull behind him and give it a swipe with your paw.
Okay, 20. My claws, yeah.
Yeah.
24 to hit again.
All right, so you hit it.
And 11 damage.
All right. But as your paws make contact with this thing, again, this icy cold that somehow seems to turn your hands into ash shoots up through your claws and into the tips of your paws. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
All right, you passed and you managed to stave off taking any real damage from it.
And I still have a bonus action attack. The skull didn't shatter, right?
Nope, the skull's still there.
Okay, then I'll take my bonus action attack on it.
Go for it.
That's 16 to hit.
16 hits, yeah.
10 damage.
Oh,
All right. And that is enough to break that one.
Looks like I could use help on you. Jeez.
Wow.
I'm a murder otter.
Yeah.
and I say,
Claw attack or something like that.
I say, y'all, I am so sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just wasn't able to help you. I apologize.
So as the last skull shatters, the pillars start to shake and the ceiling again begins to collapse in on you. Everyone go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw to try to spring to safety.
Great.
15.
Natural 20. All right.
15 for me as well.
17.
All right, so everyone manages to get to a safe spot, right? And manages to avoid the collapsing rocks.
Goodness.
So you managed to avoid joining the walls of this undercroft and joining the everlasting guard.
Back
But
to the
man.
pit with those fiends. No one will mourn their passing.
Bing, go ahead and grab your inspiration.
Was that your, okay.
Yeah.
I guess you just know when the time is right.
Gotta feel it.
So
My time is right yet.
Great work, team.
yeah,
Great work.
the collapse
work.
in the ceiling makes it easy enough for you to climb out of the undercroft and get back onto the streets.
Lilia
So-
doesn't climb. She just jumps straight up.
Yeah. Boing. So maybe with a mix of relief and disappointment, you get out of what you thought was going to be an easy nab for a Gnostic leader, and sort of walk dejectedly back over to the barracks to rendezvous with the sergeant of the Senate who sent you on this mission.
Okay.
So, anything
will-
you want to say to each other on the walk over?
Yeah, well, is it-
Go ahead, Blaze.
I was just gonna say if it was cold. Where we are right now, is it cold? How's the temperature doing?
It's pretty temperate.
Okay.
This is it's a warm region. There's lots of farming like year round, but it is sort of it is nighttime, so it's not as nice as you would like it.
Okay. So I'll say, wow. Well, it looks like we managed to get out of there, all right. But seems our information was a little bit faulty.
I feel like we were set up.
Little bit.
But so do you have a problem with the cold weather?
I absolutely hate the cold. Don't like it at all. Absolutely awful. Shouldn't exist. That's why I like to provide my own heat.
I feel it.
Lilia drops were otter form and reaches up and pats him on the hand. Oh, do you need some soup? Let's go get you some soup.
You are always thinking of other people. Oh, do you need some soup? You are, oh my goodness, you are so nice. And I say, Lilia's always taking care of others. Always. Always, always, always.
Should we come up with a plan to meet with the person who gave us the faulty information?
Mhm. I think that's a good idea.
That's a wonderful
If
idea.
we think he set us up, do we just want to walk in there and say hi at whatever it is, 2 a.m. right now? Find
Yeah.
him in his bed and ask him some very directed, focused questions.
Yeah.
Alright.
With a knife to his throat?
So
Sounds
the
good.
weather is the sun is just beginning to dawn. You've been out all night by the time you walk across the city. You cross several canals, several open plazas, and then make it to the grand chamber of the Imperial Senate. Right next to this splendid building that sort of represents the rulers of all the noble houses, there is a smaller building, which is the barracks. And that barracks houses the officer known as the Sergeant of the Senate, Alexandria Louis, who you've met a few times before, and well, you really took a shine to him last time. But now it seems like something maybe has gone amiss. So you walk through the barracks hall. You say hi to some soldiers you might have seen before, and then you get to the front of his door. And then nailed to the door, you see 2 arms. 2 right arms.
Like real arms?
Yes, and you know that this is, pun intended, your handiwork. These are the arms of Tom Maggi and Silas the Quick, 2 of the regicides who you captured, and they faced the Queen's justice.
Wow.
I'm glad we could give him a hand.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. It was so wonderful giving that justice.
All right. So who's gonna knock on the door?
Kanjakar casts. Actually, no, I don't. I just bang on the door. Bang, bang, bang. Come out.
All right. So as you're banging on this door, how are you?
We're
feeling?
coming in.
Well, what thoughts are going through your head, Kandahar? Nita, I will remind you that on your last mission, you nearly died. You willingly ran into a burning barn just to capture the Gnostic leader.
And now we got faulty information
Yeah,
out.
Shale had to save your
That's right.
life.
That's
and
right.
This is
Yep.
what happened.
Yeah, Kanjakar's pissed, so I'm banging on the door, and in about, if something doesn't happen in about 5 seconds. I'm coming in, and I let him know.
All right, so on like the third bang, the door opens, and on the other side is maybe the largest man you've ever seen. Like, if you didn't know better, you would think he was part giant.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! I think I know who this is.
Super massive. He's got a short beard. It was probably like golden at one time, but it has aged over. He's still wearing his military attire, even in the middle of the night. He makes sure to put on his helmet just to walk over, even though he's still he's shirtless. You can see like a little few ripples of hair chest on his bulging muscles, right? Like an 8-pack, not a half ounce of fat on this man, despite being maybe 60 years old. He looks down and says, "Kandakar, wonderful to see you. How did it go?" His eyes brimming with anticipation.
Kandakar's eyes are on fire, and he said, "You set us up."
Can we like insight check him?
Sure, absolutely. What sort of things were you looking for? Like, what are your suspicions?
It's like he's brimming with anticipation about thinking something was going to go well and seems excited to see us. Is this just false? Is he like, what are they doing alive?
Yeah, go ahead and make a wisdom insight check.
Yeah, so I have proficiency in that. Still not going to be great, but nope, not great. 9.
A 9? I mean, it's hard for you to like feel in your heart that he could do you wrong. Like, it seems odd, but he's also a nice guy. So and when Alexander Louis, the sergeant of the Senate, sees you that you're upset and angry, he's completely taken aback. He like wraps you up into like a bear hug, like turns you around, sets you down to the room, and then he like bends down a little bit to get like at eye level. Well, you're pretty big yourself.
It's cool.
It's only like a half inch. And he's like, he wants to know like what happened? Why are you so upset? And where's your victim?
We're the victims. As soon as we were in there, we fell into a necropolis, a tomb of some kind. It was a trap from the beginning. Who told you that, or did you set us up?
He looks absolutely shocked, right? That this happened. And then all of a sudden, like, he almost bursts into tears crying. He like starts like going off, "I can't believe I sent them into danger. They almost died because of me."
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
You're
I'm not buying it.
Aww.
Not for a minute. No, I'm not buying it. Kandakar's not buying it either.
All right. And so he.
Can I look around the room to see if there's anything interesting in his room that might give me an idea of what's going on? Or
Absolutely. He has a pretty well-made bed. This is probably the only private room in the barracks. He has his own fireplace. He has a well-made bed with some nice blankets on it. He has a small half table next to it. Everything is neatly done. He has a table with 2 chairs, and there's a small bowl with oranges and lemons. He reaches down for a lemon and gives you one because he knows that they're your favorite, Kandakar.
I don't buy it, dude. I'm not taking the lemon. I'm still mad. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Who told you? Kandakar wants to know who told him that about that house.
Yeah. He'll go ahead and he'll give you the little explanation that he has here. That, it's well known that the Gnostics they had a sophisticated intelligence operation. Just you yourselves, you were ambushed on your way over to bringing him the 2 bodies whose arms are now nailed to the door. That's the reason you weren't able to travel over the canals a lot of the time is because the Gnostics knew things. That he was fed information from somebody that he thinks there might be a mole. He was planning things with a few other high-up nobles, people that puts his hand over his heart, absolutely sure want the kills of the king brought to justice as much as you, Blaze. He points to you. He names a few other members who had like their fathers or brothers, tortured and killed by the Gnostics. He says, "I trust them, but maybe someone in their household is feeding information." He sits down. He thinks for a second. Do you guys want to make a group intelligence check or a group intelligence investigation check to try to puzzle this out?
Does Lilia still have the minus to their intelligence?
Yes, you guys have
Oh,
not,
yeah.
you haven't rested yet.
But she rolled a natural 18, so that's a
Hey!
16 total.
Okay.
Okay, look at that.
Um,
All right, so Lilia, what's
And,
your idea to help figure out who the mole is?
well, so Lilia hasn't
Oh,
really
that's-
been listening a whole lot. She has been sort of wandering around and like stuffing her face with the oranges, and looking around for any food. She's just looking for food, and so she will suggest that well, everyone's got to eat, so maybe we need to find where they're getting food
So
and poison them.
So Alexandria Louis, like he sort of nods, like maybe it's the cook, maybe it's the cooks who are giving away this information, and he makes a list of all the household servants that he knows. Kandakar, do you want to try to help figure this out?
So Kandrakar, he's a little calmer at this point. He asks again, who told you about the location of the house? That would be my first suspect.
All right. So he goes over there and he looks at his records real fast, and he flips through it and he says, "Well, the house of Blizander was there, and the house of Louis Ariani was there." And he starts making a list of like all the like 2 or 3 noble houses and the exact family members who were there, so you can cross-reference it with each other. He's like, "I mentioned this bit of intelligence here, and this bit's of intelligence with this family, and so if something was going on, it must be somebody between both of these houses." So you're slowly piecing this together by asking the right questions.
Yeah, I thought we were doing a group intelligence roll.
Yeah,
And
what'd
like
you get?
with I crit it, but my 20 is a 20.
All right, so with your nat 20, what was your big brain idea to figure out who the mole is?
We can feed false information to different people, and then depending on what piece of information comes back, then we'll know that person's the mole.
So with your explanation right there, Alexandre Louis absolutely like jumps for joy, right? He thinks that you have an absolutely brilliant idea, and that will
Yeah, that crit.
that will certainly solve the issue. And real fast, so he turns over to you, Blaze, and asks you if you have anything to add on to this idea.
No, I was thinking of a couple of different things, but I do believe that trying to track down the mole is probably the best option because we've got no time for moles.
All right, and what was your roll in the intelligence check?
18.
18. All right, and so with that, he absolutely agrees with you. He agrees that time is of the essence, and he'll get to work on this toot suite. He will think of a plan. He will feed information to the various royal families, starting with their servants like the cooks. And whatever information comes back, they'll know where the source is. So he says, to come back in just a jiffy, and this will be done. Poof. All right, so poof. Curtains, short or long rest.
Okay, great.
All right. So
Yeah.
we get everything back, all that necrotic
Yeah.
damage. Kandrakar takes a lemon on the way out.
I don't take it.
Lilia's mouth is just chipmunked. It's full.
Yeah.
I feel like I would like a glass of water because every time Noma was said, I spit in disgust. So I'm quite parched.
Excellent. All right.
I just pull out a cigar. I'm chilling.
So just some quick housekeeping. You folks do have some gold pieces, and you have some fake gold pieces, and you have a magic item if you want to recharge it. You have something called the boomstick, which is a two-handed club that shoots magic missile out of it.
What?
I forgot about that one.
When we're picking up, I'm gonna rebond and I'm gonna inspire.
Awesome. So as you were walking,
Car's gonna go find a drink. Yeah.
all right. So the sun sets. You guys go back to your tavern, rendezvous with the rest of your team, tell them what happens, and wake up the next morning to go back to Alexandra Louis at the barracks. So when he's there, in, probably mid-afternoon, when you get a little summons, a messenger in a little tunic runs all the way over to your place. Come on. And then you guys follow him back over to the barracks. When Alexandria invites you in, he takes special care to be bringing feedback from somebody. He takes special care to be extra kind to you, Kandakar, right? And says not only does he have lemons for you, but he made a lemon tart.
Aww.
Little baked goods.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah, I
What
appreciate
a great guy.
And again, he says that he's so sorry for putting you in unintentional danger. Going into danger knowingly is what you're all about, but going in unprepared, something else entirely.
We'll deal with it. I appreciate the tart. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And he says he did just what you suggested. He made lists of all the servants in all the households, and he fed them some information, and then he sent somebody else out there and said what their actions were. And he realized he tracked them all down. It's not one of the nobles at all. It is one of the servants, but not the cook, not the houseman, not the footman, not the horseman, not the groomsman, but an artist. Someone who has been inside the houses, getting paintings done, talking to the nobles, and been overhearing little bits of conversation, and being able to piece things together through multiple sources.
Time to burn some art.
Yes. Oh, 1 second. We got somebody who got booted from our meeting. We got to bring him back in.
Yep.
All right. So we're waiting for Mary to come back. Just a friendly reminder that this stream is brought to you by dScryb. Instant box text for all your needs. I'm going to go ahead and pull another one up. Ooh. Oh, Mary's not back yet.
It's the artist.
It is the artist, right?
When Alexandrio, when he says, I fed him information, Lilia will look up with her mouth full of food. So I told you the food was the answer.
Oh,
Mary's
Lilia, you were
connecting.
so right.
Sources.
Have to burn some art.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Looks like we are. 1 second. We got somebody who got booted from our meeting. We got to bring him back in.
I'm back.
Yep.
Or did someone else get booted too?
All right. So we're waiting for Mary to come back. No,
I am-
Mary, just a second.
I am back.
A friend reminder that this stream is brought to you by dScryb.
Oh, you're playing. I see what's going on. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull another 1 second, chat. Thank you for bearing with us.
Well, the problem is I'm on my laptop while I'm trying to get my computer to it did a random Windows update, which is the worst.
Oh.
So I had to think quick on my feet and get my laptop open, but I was watching the stream on my laptop because I wanted to see the chat. So sorry about that. I'm the worst.
But we are back, and we have figured out that the person you are after is an artist. That some of these nobles were acting as their patron, and they were collecting information from you and then feeding it to the Gnostics. So not only do you know this artist's name, but you know where their studio is. You have a name and a location. You are after Fan Ming.
Fan Ming.
She's a human. She has straight black hair, almond-shaped eyes, and not only is she a painter, but she is an illusionist too. She can do things with her paintings like make them move or make them change colors with the seasons. That makes her much sought after by the noble houses of the city.
Yeah, too bad she's bad. That sounds cool. I'd like to buy a painting by her.
All right. So for Dom's sake, you guys having been set up for a bad mission by bad intelligence, You found the source of the leaks that have been putting you all in danger. You tracked her down to her studio across the town, and you know exactly where it is on a busy street. You can smell the stench of a tanner, the smell of old papers and chemicals are everywhere. There's a rustling of a cart, the clattering of hooves, the occasional beating of griffins and messenger owls as they swoop across the city, and all sorts of voices. And completely unassuming, sandwiched between a cobbler and a barrel maker, you see an art studio. There are large glass windows and a door that looks like it swings both ways.
One story or two stories?
It's 2 stories, but the second story doesn't have any windows. It just seems to be boarded up.
Is there a back entrance?
So looking around, you can go ahead and examine the back alley. Go ahead and roll a d12 for me.
A d12. All right. Gotta use the d12. Man. You can 12. I don't get enough love.
You rolled a 12?
I rolled a 12. Yeah. Is that bad? What did I do?
It's something. All right. So here's what happens. As you walk over, Mary, you still there?
Yeah, I'm trying to get in on my computer and laptop instead of my...
Okay. Got you. So as you walk over, there is indeed a back part of the room, or of this area. So you walk over, and you see that there is a brick wall that about goes halfway up. And then you can stand on a barrel if you wanted to, and then look through another smaller window into the back part of the studio.
Perfect. That seems perfect. That seems like a great thing for a Dragonborn to do. I'm down.
All right. So the 3 other companions are at the front of the shop, and you sneak around to the back. You climb up on the barrel and look down through the window. You see what looks like a short human, or like maybe a dwarf. And then you also see another human painting at it out of canvas. All of a sudden, your silhouette blocks the light from the window. She notices and looks up, makes eye contact with you real fast. And she starts shouting. And all of a sudden, through the front end of the door, for the front door of the studio, burst out 2 dwarves. They are short, stocky, chocolate skin. One of them has like dreadlocks knotted up, and the other one has a short mohawk. And in their hands, they have mason's tools, a hammer and a chisel, and they look at you angrily. So 3 of you in the front of the shop, what are you doing?
Well, I say, no. What are you doing? Why are you coming at us like this? What is the problem here?
He sort of gruffly accuses you of being burglars.
Burglars? No, we are on a mission and we are doing a job. So this thinking that we're burglars is false information. So you can go ahead and put those tools down because we don't want to have to get aggressive.
So one of them looks sort of confused by you, and the other one is sort of considering what you're saying. Go ahead and make a charisma check. You can use persuasion or intimidation, whichever one you feel is more appropriate.
Persuasion. So I got a 26.
With a 26, they sort of like look at you. You guys are all clearly well armored. You're a group of adventurers. They're just stonemasons. They sort of look for a second and then lower the one with the dreadlocks. Lowers his tools down and asks you what sort of job.
The things that we do might not just know that people want us to do things and we do them. That's all you need to know. We're interested actually in getting in there because we have a question for the very talented artist that we've heard so much about.
All right. So Kandahar, after this woman makes eye contact with you and she shouts and you hear some rustling at the front of the shop, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay in your position, or are you going to run around and help your friends?
Is she? I'm definitely going to run around and help my friends. Did she? Is there a way for me to get into there from here? Well, I could go through the window, I guess, potentially.
You might be able to. It's like a small basement window.
Not likely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop down, just eyes wide, drop down, and go out in front and see and make sure I'm there to help my friends.
All right. And so you run around back to the front. So, Shale and Lilia, are you gonna try to say anything to convince these workers that you mean no harm? Pascal is being, or Blaze is being kind of passive aggressive. Like, you're probably used to talking down to, laborers, being a former noble.
Yeah. We're in the front though. We're not the people in the back.
Yeah, the workers came out the front.
Yeah. I'm only here to look at the art. I heard a lot about, what's her name?
Fan Ming.
Fan Ming. I heard a lot about Fan Ming's art. I think it sounds extremely cool and I would like to see it.
So here they're getting a little confused and they're asking, they're like, is that your job? Are you here to buy art? Are you here to commission somebody? Like, the one with the mohawk is starting to get really confused now.
My job is to come look at the art and report back if there's anything worth purchasing.
All right, you can go ahead and make a charisma deception check.
Deception? Okay, actually.
It's not your job at all. Your job is to capture or kill.
24.
All right. So they want to believe you. Like, the idea that someone's going to come up here and buy more of their handiwork, that sounds really appealing to them. So the one with the mohawk is more than willing to stand aside and, like, oh, okay, this sounds good. And as he's, letting you into the door, his buddy with the dreadlock stops him real fast and asks to see the money.
Where's the money? I am not given any money by the patron until I go back and let them know what the piece is. So it's my job to go here, report. I do all the light work. Go, report, look at the art, come back. If there's something worth buying, then I get money and then I go back again. They don't trust me enough to give me money up front.
All right. I mean, that sounds plausible. And as you're saying that, Kandakar walks around the corner there. So Lilia, are you going to say anything to aid in this ruse?
Well, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Were we given any information about, like, is Feng Ming is just an informant? She is not a Gnostic herself. I mean, is she like working with Gnostics? Do I have what I'm asking is, do I have any reason to believe that these dwarves are Gnostics?
Looking over them, nothing at the surface. No, they look, you can't tell anything about them.
Okay. Then, Lilia will say, oh, we were hoping to speak with Ms. Ming, and yeah, is she here?
All right, and so at this point, one of them will walk back inside. The one with the mohawk. He says, "You know what? This is probably just a big misunderstanding." So he walks inside and starts calling out, Miss Ming, I think it's a misunderstanding. They're not burglars at all."
I'm gonna follow him in without.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow him in.
You keep hearing him, Miss Ming. Yeah, looks around. It's a small studio. There's, some marble sculptures underway, but there's no one else inside. Like, you can appear. He rips back the curtain to reveal the back half of the studio, which you saw from the other part, Kandakar, and there's nobody there.
My.
Ah.
I transform. And I'm immediately gonna start sniffing for her.
Seeing you transform into a huge beast, the one who is with the mohawk sort of freaks out for a second, and he like runs back towards the door. His other buddy is still standing there, like looking in, and they're not really sure what to do. Kandakar, do you push past them to go inside? Blaze, do you push past them to go inside?
Yeah, Kandrakar pushes past and goes directly to the back room. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And then muttering something about make sure that door's closed. She's an illusionist.
All right. Ooh.
Yes.
So we have 10 concurrent viewers. So the first thing you notice in this room is a small bottle that's labeled Potion of Giant Strength.
That's mine.
Makes sense.
That's fine.
I just grab it.
Yeah.
And just stuff it in a pouch.
So also in the same back room, there is a table that has painting supplies. It has a few artist palettes, some pigments, and a few jars of turpentine, a few jars of paint thinner. You saw two people, like a short person, when you looked in this room, and now you see it appears to be a mannequin, like just a wooden figure. There's also a large canvas that has a landscape painting on it, and a paintbrush, like right in front of the painting.
What was the painting that she was working on?
From your view in the window, you couldn't see it. Like she looked over the canvas at you, but looking at the painting now, it's a landscape. There's a rolling meadow, some happy trees.
Oh, I bet Kandrakar all of a sudden feels very artistic. And in an attempt to draw her out, I'm going to start painting dragons and axes and lots of cool things on this art. Loudly proclaiming about my artistic talent and what a hack she is.
All right, so as you pick up the brush, and it sort of like tingles in your fingers. Right? Like, it's clearly interesting. The brush is still wet, and it's like dripping like silver, like sparklies off of it. And as you start to move on the canvas, right, like,
oh yeah,
you surprise yourself with your talent, right? Like, you think of a battle axe and one like appears, like, and it's incredibly lifelike. In fact, you feel like you can just like reach into the canvas and grab it.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I want to try that.
So your hand goes through the canvas, and you can grab the battle axe floating there in midair.
Perfect. Now I have a magical painted battle axe.
Well,
you try to
pull it out of the painting, but it gets stuck like in a window almost.
How can I go through the painting?
Yeah, you can sort of like put your head through, and you'll notice like
I'm gonna put my
like
head through
and
see what I can see in there.
Yeah, so you can stick your head all the way through the whole painting. There you go. And you can see again these rolling meadows, and some trees. There is a mountain in the distance, and a bridge leading to the mountain. And on the mountain, you see a tower. And there's also all these other things that you painted now. There is a battle axe. There's like a half chicken.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Maybe the chicken like has a huge phallus. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, just whatever. All right. Things that a dragonborn would draw, right?
So I've been sniffing around the room.
I'm jumping in, and I'm gonna grab my new axe because I think she's in this painting.
Yeah. So as you sniff around, Lilia, you get traces of like a stench of chemicals, but you don't smell you don't smell a human.
No human anywhere, huh?
No, you can smell the two dwarves outside, and they're starting to get like fainter and fainter as like they're walking away from this crazy were-otter.
I will I'll stick my head through the painting and sniff.
Yeah, so you can look down and you can see Kandrakar just standing there on the grass inside the painting, and it smells kind of weird in here. It doesn't smell like flowers or a meadow should. Instead, it just smells like oily chemicals.
Would that be like?
But still no trace of this woman.
You can go ahead and make a survival check if you want. Like, if you want to like climb all the way into the painting.
Come on in. The water's fine.
Yeah. I'll duck out and yell to the others. Let's see. What does a were-otter sound like? We're in the painting. And then I'll jump in. And I will continue. So that is, I get advantage on wisdom and intelligence checks that rely on smell or hearing. So do I get advantage on this survival check?
I would say no, because it's not a normal scent. It's all paint scented.
Okay. That's still a 21.
Okay. Good to know. So while Lilia is in there sniffing the painting, what are you two doing, Blaze and Shale?
Oh, I'm hopping in there. I say, well, it looks like we're going on a trip, and I'm in there.
Yeah, this entire situation is so weird. I guess if everyone else is in there, I'm gonna jump in as well.
All right. So like you take one last look at the studio behind you and just step right into the painting.
In there.
Yeah, so as you get there, like you're looking at your body and it seems like all like weird and squiggly. Like you can tell there's something like just not quite like normal about it. But that's okay. Like it's whatever. Everything around you is just sharing the same similar properties. And you can see your buddy Lilia right down there is like sniffing around. So Lilia, it's really sort of hard to make anything out, but you do notice that there's a definite trail of something that's not just straight chemical going that way.
I'll follow it.
And,
It looks like Lilia found something.
Yeah. And that away seems to be going straight up to the tower at the edge of the mountain.
And I'm going full speed, by the way.
I'm running.
We're all gonna
I'm
try
running
to
after.
keep everybody
Yep.
together if possible. Let's go up there.
All right.
Let's see what we got.
So go
As
ahead.
a point too, everyone has 11 temp hit points just at the start of this day too, because I did do the ritual. I said that, but I don't know if everyone took the 11 temp hit points. So
Got it.
before we get in a fight, important to know.
Thank you. Very much.
Yeah, I mean you're the squish, so.
All right. So as you make your way across this journey, it takes you a sort of a long time. That you have to sort of follow and wait for Lilia to catch the sun all the time. But you make your way across this nice meadow with all these nice little wildflowers, and then through the cypress trees around the lake. And then you make your way up to the mountains. There's like one singular trail that you can tell like leads into this mountain. Anything off into the distance starts to get like blurrier and blurrier and blurrier. And I mean, if you're willing to explore that, I guess, but just on instinct, it does not seem safe to go into the unpainted area.
Doesn't look that way. No. Kandrakar is focused on this tower. He's pretty sure that she's in there.
Mm-hmm. So after seems like maybe like 4 or 5 hours of constant tracking, you make your way up to the mountains. It's starting to get a little bit colder. You start to maybe wrap your furs tighter. You can start to feel your breath. Blaze, this is... this
I
ain't
don't
for
like
you, my
that.
man.
Nope. I'm getting irritated. We need to find her so we can get out.
I pass Blaze my flask. It'll keep you warm.
Well, thank
As
you.
I take a swig.
I hate the cold.
All right, and then just around this next bend, you can see that there is a large bridge that leads into the next part of the mountain pass. With only one way to go.
Right.
What's our marching order on this bridge?
Kandrakar wants to be in front.
Okay.
I'll be the meat shield happily.
I'm okay being in the middle.
I mean, I'm charging full speed ahead,
Mhm.
fast as I can go, fast as I can keep the scent. And I used another charge of my wear shape. You said this was 4 hours?
Yep.
Okay, so that's another. I can hold it for 3 hours. So
All right, so I have
And I'm-
Lily at the very front with her nose to the ground. Right behind her is Can, and then Shale, and then Blaze taking up the rear.
Sounds good.
All
And
right.
by the way, if I spot her, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna do the thing that we talked about with the bounding assault and the long jumper, which I've forgotten the math, but it's like 120 feet or something.
Wow.
I'll redo the math, but
Oh my word.
I will launch myself as a rocket and try to pin her if I can catch up and do that.
All right. So as you make your way across the bridge, now that you're parallel with it and you can see your level, you can see that there is a giant barrel, like right there, stuck in the middle of the bridge. And as soon as you walk across, Lily, what's your passive perception?
It is 13.
All right. So not
Well,
enough...
that's my passive, but again, I get the advantage, but you said that didn't count. Okay, never mind.
So that is not enough to spot the illusion that is covering the tripwire. So you walk right across a tripwire and the barrels tip over on the bridge. And the bridge begins to melt.
Oh.
As turpentine and paint thinner spread out.
Oh no.
So the center of the bridge gives way as it just disappears into a mush of nothingness. And you can tell that the wave is slowly moving towards you.
Do I still have the brush?
You left the brush on the outside. The brush is not...
Okay.
Doesn't go
All right.
through.
Sure.
All right.
Can't paint us a bridge.
So, what are you folks gonna do?
You said the wave is coming toward us, as in like melted paint, basically. That's coming.
It's mostly dripping down now, but it's like slowly moving towards you too. Like the bridge is maybe losing like 5 feet every round. But the biggest challenge is the fact that there's now no bridge.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What's the gap? How far is the gap? Can we jump it?
The gap is probably 40 feet right now.
Yeah.
And
I
going
am.
at
Lily,
5 feet.
Lily can jump it.
Yeah. It's going 5 feet in either direction every round.
Does it have to be special paint? Somebody said this in chat, but they are correct that I am proficient in arts tools and I have painter's supplies.
You can certainly try to fix it.
I can try.
Yeah. So go ahead and make what ability you want to use? How are you gonna try to fix it with your painter's tools? Like just whip it out and start painting something new?
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a dexterity check and add your proficiency bonus.
Sure. Sprinkle dice is doing well for me today. 23.
All right. So with the 23, what you notice is that very nice. That just look like sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
Is that you are like you're able to paint something there, but it doesn't last for very long. Like it will last for like maybe like 3 or 4 seconds, and then it'll start to fade away again.
Oh, so if we did it like a platformer, like paint draw, we could make it across.
Yes, you can certainly do that. If you wanted to make another dexterity check and use your painter's tools, you can try to platform yourself across.
Will we all have to go with her?
She probably only has enough skill to do like one little box at a time.
How many checks is this?
We'll just make it one check. But if you fail, you're gonna fall, a long, long, long way.
Yeah, to my death.
So can I carry somebody and jump 40 feet? I'm small, but as a Therianthrope, I do count as one size larger for carrying, etc., etc.
So probably not, even though if you're a medium creature, you know what? Because you're such an extraordinary jumper, I will let you make an athletics check to try to carry somebody inbound across.
I am gonna try to platformer, but it seems like I don't have rope in my equipment. Isn't that just like
I'm sure somebody has rope.
standard?
Yeah, we used rope. We tied together the ropes before, right? We've all got ropes.
Throw me a rope. I'm going in.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and make a dexterity check and then add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about this, but here we go. Yeah, that was bad.
What'd you
That was real
get?
bad. 10.
Yeah, so you get maybe like not even halfway across before like you realize that you empty your your pot of paint, and by the time you're scrambling to open up a new one, like that one's already gone. And luckily, you tied a rope around your waist, and your friends are able to carry you back.
Okay, well, we tried.
So who wants to put their life in my digital dice's hands?
Well, can we lower ourselves down to the bottom and then climb up later? Is that feasible?
You probably don't have quite enough rope. It's probably like 300 feet down.
Okay. All right.
Oh my.
Okay.
I think Blaze would be down, and Blaze would put trust in Lilia.
If Drew can jump across and he can maybe carry somebody with him, then can't we use that rope to get everyone else across as well? If he takes a rope with him, like
and you can maybe
wraps around his waist and like
you can try that.
Or something. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, so Lilia, go ahead and make an athletics check. You, in your were form, you pick up Blaze like fireman carry style. 1, 2, 3, jump.
Oh, definitely going to use my inspiration on that.
There we go.
Oh, it's still not good.
Good choice.
That's
an
8.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, so again, you start tumbling down. Luckily, Shale has the other half of your rope. Shale, go ahead and make a strength saving throw to try to keep them.
I'll try to aid. I'll try to hold.
Yeah,
hold
big
on
with
to Shale
advantage
and make
as
sure,
Can grabs your ankles.
Shit. Right? Saving throw, you said?
Yeah. You had advantage.
I know. 5.
Yo.
The other roll was a 1.
Yeah, so very sadly, right? You're not just quite strong enough. The sudden tug of the rope as Lilia makes a faulty jump, not used to that awkward weight of having someone on one side. She bounds short, starts to fall. You try to catch on with the rope. Kandahar tries to grab your ankles. Boom, 2 failures in a row. You're dragging to the very edge. The rope swings all the way down, smacks them right into a pillar.
Ooh, damage.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Can I try to spin so that Lilia takes the brunt of the hit?
Sure, absolutely.
She takes half fall damage, if that matters.
Totally, that will work. So go ahead and make a dexterity check to try to do that. Try to turn yourself in.
Man, 13. That's a check, not a save, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
13.
you take 26 points of damage. You can have that to 13. And Lilia takes 7 points of damage. And again, both of you need to make strength saving throws. Like save or die situation here to try to hold on to the rope from the impact.
Okay. And you said 13 for me?
Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a DC 10 strength saving throw to try to hold on to the rope before falling to your death.
12. Oh. Do you have inspiration there,
Nope.
Pascal?
Nope. I was waiting to use it.
He's not within 10 feet of me, is he? He's not within 10 feet of me.
And then so very, very sadly, as you slam into this pillar, boom, your hands let go of the rope in a moment of a weakness. The crushing of the knuckles is too much for you, and you let go and you slip. And then Lilia, to your absolute
can I grab
horror,
him? I mean, I'm holding on to him.
It's like 3 strikes you're out. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Very well. Very well. And the
Thanks.
very last ditch effort, you can try to reach out and grab. Go ahead and make a DC 15 dexterity check.
Oh
Dexterity
my
sleight of hand to grab his sweaty palm.
Oh yeah.
22.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh my god, this was so stressful. I didn't want somebody to die on my watch.
Oh my god.
You do the
Way to
iconic
go.
movie wrist on wrist grab.
Oh.
Yeah, like the hand already slipped, but you barely got the wrist.
Yeah. So you have what Blaze is dangling there, grabbing onto Lilia's hand. Lilia's grabbing onto the rope. Shale is grabbing onto the rope at the top of the cliff, and Kandahar is grabbing onto Shale's leg. So Kandahar, as the anchor in all of this, go ahead and make a strength check to try to pull everybody up.
Oh, somebody's strong! Yay!
I am definitely using my inspiration. Yeah, since the first roll was a 2. The last roll was an 8. Plus 2 strength, that's a 10.
Oh God!
So you
Yeah.
managed to hold firm, right? So as you guys are standing here, right, in the most precarious situation possible, you hear a
Of course.
roar in the distance.
I love it. Of course.
Yeah.
Of
And then
course.
off you see a rainbow of colors and a flash of wings as a painted dragon appears.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, I don't want to fight a dragon, but pretty.
All right, so let's go ahead
my.
and roll for initiative.
Oh no! I know, right?
I thought you were gonna call a break. I thought you were gonna take this dramatic moment to call a break.
Oh, you know what? We should. Okay, yeah, it's an hour and a half.
shouldn't we?
Yo, we're gonna take a break right now, everybody. We'll be back in 10 minutes for this dragon fight. Because
You know, I
this
might
is
get a glass of wine.
absolutely
This is
killer. All right, chat, please stick around to see this shocking conclusion.
Oh,
Good
Yes.
job. We love it.
Yes. Very,
All
very
right.
good.
Yo,
Very
go
good
team.
DMing.
We are live again, back. Hello, chat. Hello, everybody. Oh, man. So we are going to do the second half of our awesome one-shot adventure right now. This has been a great one. Oh, thank you, David, for joining in on chat. So I think let's just go ahead and give a brief summary of what's happened. So, Drew, you are playing who? You're playing Lilia, right?
Yes, I'm playing Lilia Loamsdown.
And what happened at the very start of the session?
We walked into a church expecting to find a Gnostic to capture or hopefully kill. And instead, we fell into a trap. The floor collapsed and we landed in a crypt full of creepy skeleton pedestals that shot skeletons at us. And we disabled the trap and went after the guy that sent us there.
All right. And so, when you escaped from the trap and then walked over to the Alexandrio Louis, the Sergeant of the Senate, what happened then?
So Kandrakar was convinced that they had been set up, and he accused the Senate Sergeant of setting them up. But eventually, he was able to convince Kandrakar and the rest of the party that he had been given false intelligence. So through many really good ideas by the party, none of them were by Kandrakar, we figured out a way of finding out who the informant was by basically feeding them false information. So, and we tracked down that informant to a house. Turns out that she was a painter, an illusionist as well. The party posed as buyers, and we went in and went after her.
All right. And then Pascal playing Blaze. When you went into the art studio, what did you find?
We found a tower in the distance that we thought, our painter is probably in there. So we went to go and try to track her down. Lilia was sniffing out, and we eventually came upon a bridge. And the bridge eventually basically started melting with the paint and everything. And there's a big hole in the bridge. And we tried to jump over that bridge.
All right. So you guys jumped into the painting and were trying to cross a bridge to get to a wizard's tower where you think the illusionist is hiding inside this painting that she made. Having failed to jump across the bridge, Mary, what happened? Mary playing Shale, what happened?
Failing to jump across the bridge. He fell down. I had some rope. I tried to grab the rope, but I am weak. I have -1 strength. And luckily, Kandahar was grabbing my ankles, barely anchored us. The rope went all the way back, hit the pillar. Everyone took some damage. Blaze was falling down off of the arms of Lilia when the wrist got barely grabbed. And so we're here with Kandakar grabbing my ankles, me grabbing a rope, with Lilia at the bottom grabbing Blaze by the hand, and a dragon appeared.
And a dragon appeared.
Just another Friday.
Yeah, just another Friday in Fantasyland. As a painted dragon shows up. So this thing is rainbow colored, takes up like a huge chunk of your vision, and is barreling down on you. With a roll of 14, Blaze at the very, very bottom, grabbing onto Lilia's wrist. You see this huge thing approach, and you have a moment to react. What do you do to lead off the team?
It's such a wild position. I'm hanging off of a rope. Yeah, hanging off of a rope.
By a were-otter.
By my friend here who's a were-otter, just hanging out. Okay, so just to get stock of where exactly I am. We're still above the ground, right? We're not
You're
near the
dangling,
ground
like,
yet.
300 feet above the ground.
Yep. Great.
Maybe 250 feet because there's still some rope between you and the rest of the bridge.
You
Okay,
might not
250
achieve
feet.
terminal velocity, but probably will.
From your point of view, it doesn't matter going down, but going up it might be useful to know.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. So you said, because you said 250, I was doing some math, so that's like about 50 feet of rope ahead of us. Okay, so I would like to try to climb said rope.
Absolutely.
And maybe that'll give Lilia some, extra strength that I've been sapping from her.
Absolutely. If you want to use your action to dash, you can climb up even further.
I would love to do that, please.
Excellent. So you can move about 30 feet up the ropes. You're about halfway, about a little over halfway there now, using your action to dash up. All right.
Okay.
And so right after you, the dragon swoops down. Its eyes sort of like flash like a diamonds and crystals, like lots of different colors, like they're prismatic, and its scales are constantly shifting, like they're iridescent, like a mother of pearl or like an oil drop in the sunlight. It cackles wickedly and lets out a voiceless roar. Do you speak Draconic, there, Kandakar?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yep.
So it's actually waxing poetic. It's saying some beautiful words to you about describing your destruction in the most poetic and flowery language possible, as it lets out its color breath.
I cuss at it to try and draw its attention away from Pascal and draw it towards me.
Oh yeah, it's going towards you.
Oh great, okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And it's also
that's my plan. That's what I intended.
And it's also going to go ahead and hit Shale because you guys are right there.
Yeah.
So
right,
both
good.
of you go ahead and make. 1 second, let me check. I'm using the right saving throw here. I bookmarked it. Ooh, yeah. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, both of you.
All right, and whoever's within 10 feet of me gets +3 on their saving.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, that's only the
Okay.
two of you.
All right, but I don't think I get it. But it said a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
As in me being the
All
other
right,
No, it's
got a dirty.
Oh.
it's Mary and
John,
Ah.
21.
Sweet.
all right.
and I got a 20.
All right, so the
Great.
DC was 14. So neither of you are blinded. But go ahead and one of you roll a D8 for me.
Sure. 6.
Okay. So as the breath turns towards you, you're not blinded by it, but a wave of indigo light hits you. It sort of washes over you and causes your joints to start feeling stiff, but no other effect right now.
Stiff jointed.
Yes, from this wave of indigo light that came out of the dragon.
On.
All right, so Shale, right there, like you feel like your arms are starting to stiffen up, and it might be more than just the work you're doing to hold everyone up on the rope. So what are you gonna do?
I don't think it's a very good idea. It's like my turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I have this all planned out. Use Revenge of the Faithless.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's getting this. Everyone can hear me, right? Everyone's gonna get this buff.
Yep.
And I will spend. We really want some people to make some saving throws if they're going to be tugging and stuff like that. So I'll spend 2 points, 2 of my 3 points on it. So everyone gets to add +2 to attack rolls or saving throws equal to the number of points I spent. So +2.
So you go ahead and use your power from within feature and spend 2 conviction points to give all of your allies +2 to all of their attacks and saving throws. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
For how long do we get that?
Just till my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, you have a
yeah,
powerful buff
pull
while
yourself
lying in
up.
wait. Excellent.
And then I will. My bonus action is like help, so quick guidance. I guess I will do that, but no one's gonna attack, I don't think. But I'll give it to Kandakar,
All right.
and that's my turn.
Excellent. Okay, so Lilia. So having Blaze just like scrambled like up like from your belly like onto your head, and now he's dangling just a little bit ahead of you from the rope. You see the dragon swoop down and breathe light onto your companions. What are you gonna do?
Can I get past Blaze on the rope?
Yeah, you
Or is
certainly
he
can.
blocking the rope?
Like
Okay.
you're pretty dexterous, I would say.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, he climbed over you. You can climb over him. That's what she was
I'm
thinking.
not.
I will scramble as far up the rope as I can. My regular speed's 35, so I'll dash. That's 70.
Yep. So you and then you half it further climbing, and so you get like just above where Blaze is. Excellent. Okay. And now the dragon's gonna go ahead and take their second turn. The dragon's gonna tilt his head downwards and remark about the beauty of the lilies in the valley below as it lets out another one of its breath weapons.
He's got an
against
artist's soul, doesn't he?
against the two adventurers on the rope. So both of you go ahead and make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. That's Lily
Okay.
and Blaze
Yeah, so
Okay.
plus two.
With a +2.
with a +2.
13.
17.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay. So go ahead.
No.
Go ahead and
Why
roll a
didn't I
D8.
give it 3 points?
no.
That's a 5 on the D8.
Okay. 5 is so the light turns blue, and just a second.
Okay.
I have my screensaver set on like 5 seconds, and it's kind of annoying. Oh snap! I broke the rules. I forgot this. The breath weapon has a recharge. Hold on.
Oh,
You might be getting
Okay.
away with it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You by the technicality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whew! It did not get its breath weapon back. You see a flash of what might have happened. A terrible amount of
He
damage.
thought about it. He
Yeah.
thought about it.
But instead, you can get away with a mere claw bite. So 2 on Lilia and 1 on Blaze. So Lilia gets the 2 claws. 10
Okay.
and a 24. So you will
AC
take.
15.
All right. So you will take 11 points of slashing damage from the 1 claw attack. And then instead of the bite, just for flavor, we're gonna have it whip down with its tail and hit Blaze at the little bit lower on the rope. And with a 25,
Okay.
that's gonna hit for 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Boom. Okay, that's the dragon's second turn.
Oh, hey,
Uh,
does this dragon count? Does his claws count as magical?
No, they're not magical. They're melee weapons.
Ah, then I have resistance.
Excellent.
Wait, how much was that?
You took 11 points slashing damage.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
All right, so Can, you're up. You are
Is he
holding the
within-
rope that is holding everybody right now, and you can feel the enormous tug as people are straining against you to get up it.
So I really can't make an attack or anything. I've got to just maybe, can I pull people up off the rope? That's
Yeah,
really
you
the
can
only
use
thing
your
I can
action
do. Yeah.
to like move 25 feet in the other direction and pull them up. But go ahead and
Can
make
I
a
cast-
strength athletics check to
Yeah.
do that.
That works. All right. 4. Nope.
4?
Nope.
No, so
4.
you get like maybe like 10 feet, so not very far. Like this is just an
Alright.
enormous amount of weight, like a fully grown were otter, and you know,
Right,
a blaze.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your turn. Do you have a bonus action or anything else you want to try to do?
I mean, I've got 2 attacks, but so I don't think that's anything I can do.
All right. Okay, so Blaze, you want to continue to scramble up the rope, or are you gonna take a shot at the
Yes.
dragon right ahead?
No, I'm trying to scribble up rope.
All right, so you use your action to go ahead and dash up the rope, and so you get
Yes.
pressed on the other side. Remember that the paint is always moving back a little bit each time as the turpentine continues to melt away at the bridge. Whew. So you're just barely getting up there, like scrambling against it. You get on your chest and like give yourself a half like whale push up, and get up and stand up.
Woo!
Safe, except for the magnificent painted beast
Yep.
glowing above you.
Yep. Pretty good.
Speaking of which, it's on the dragon's turn. Breath weapon. Oh, drop the die. It gets its breath weapon back.
Oh.
Oh boy.
And now
Cool.
seeing 3 of you on the up part right there, it's gonna go ahead and level its mouth and sort of like breathe down the bridge. So Blaze, Can, and Shale, go ahead and make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
16.
13. Oh,
Ooh.
I can't roll. tonight.
Also a 13 with the +2. How sad.
All right.
Oh,
so
you get if
Hang on,
anyone's
hang on. Actually,
within
I'm
10
sorry.
feet
I
of me,
rolled.
they get plus
I rolled a
3.
D12. So hang on. let me-
Oh.
And she's within 10 feet of me, so she'll get plus 3.
Okay.
Oh wow. Well, I would have passed even with my D12. Oh shit! Why did I re-roll? Excuse me.
Huh?
Nope. 9.
No, so someone go ahead and roll me a D8.
What?
Uh,
All right, I'll roll, I guess.
Yeah, I rolled last time. I didn't want to.
I got a 5.
Okay. So with the 5, the breath weapon, it turns bright blue as it streaks across you. Everyone who failed the save is blinded
Great.
and
Great.
takes 21 points of cold damage.
21.
wait, what was
Yeah.
what was the save? Am I good?
DC 14 con save, so I think you passed.
Okay.
Don't
I did.
forget. Yeah, I think I may be the only one that took damage, but I'll
Yeah.
take it from.
No, I
21
did
points of
too.
damage.
And then you take half
Okay.
damage on a successful save. So you would take 11 or 10 points when you pass Blaze.
And don't forget the 11 temporary hit points that
Yeah.
Shale gave us as well.
And just to
Dang.
rub it in, it is cold damage from the blue light. All right, so 2 of the folks are blinded, and everyone except for Lilia got a blast of cold. Shale, you're up.
Okay, well, the dragon is like close within range.
Yes, it's you can probably like leap out and strike it, but you can't see.
Cool. Blinded. Okay. Well, because I'm blinded, I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did last time then and expend my last single point. So
Okay.
everyone will get +1 to attack rolls or
Good call. You give everyone a +1 bonus.
yeah.
Nice.
Because I can't attack right now, so
I think
And
you
then
could,
I will
you can
give,
attack it, just be at disadvantage, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
this. And then I'll give Blaze the helping action, so you get +3 to your next attack roll.
Thank you.
Do some damage.
All right. Good to know. All right. So after Shale, Lilia, you're still on the rope right beneath Blaze. You can see this dragon's tail is sort of like flinging around in front of you. Blaze having scrambled up to the bridge.
How far from the bottom am I?
You're maybe
I
like
can
20
get
feet
there.
down from the rope from the bridge because the bridge keeps moving back too.
Oh, right.
So if you dashed, you would definitely be able to make it up.
Yeah, but then I couldn't do anything else. Blaze is off the rope now, correct?
Yes.
Am I dangling in midair, or is there like a support to the bridge? Am I like dangling?
You maybe like, you can maybe like swing your body over and like hit the pillar that you smacked into previously.
Yeah, what I'm wondering if I can do is jump off of that pillar.
Oh, like push against it and try to get up to the other side?
Yeah, and well, no, I'm jumping straight up to the dragon.
I don't think you can push off vertically.
Okay.
Yeah, from that pillar.
Okay, then I'll scramble up the rope.
Okay, and so you dash up there and use your action to get back on solid footing. So
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to move all the way to one side of a bridge, however much movement I have left, so that we're not as clumped up.
okay, the bridge is only like 10 feet across, so you guys
Okay.
were marching single file, but you can double up if you want.
Okay. Well, 10 feet is not really enough. I was thinking maybe it was a little wider. Okay, never mind. That's my turn.
And I know it's almost like it was an encounter designed by a cruel DM.
Wild.
All right. So after your turn, the dragon gets its second turn in the round. All right. And then looking right down at you, Lilia, you're going to get the full brunt of it as it flies away and then makes another diving pass. So, Lilia, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
+3 if she's within 10 feet.
Yeah, plus my +1.
It is a good thing that halflings re-roll ones.
That's right.
Oh no.
Okay, so 12 plus 3 is 15.
All right, good. You are not blinded, but go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
5. Again.
All right, so again, we get the blue light of the cold as it washes over you for 11 points of damage, or 10 points of damage because you passed.
10. Okay.
Gross.
Oh, and this is magic damage.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. 10 points.
Oh, so that's actually kind of a. See, strictly speaking, if I were to be like a rules lawyer here, like normal dragon breath weapon is not magic damage, because it's part of like the background physics of the magical world. But I say because we're in a painting and it's like a color spray breath, let's go ahead and count it as magical.
Also, it's not bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing, right?
Yeah,
So
there
it
you
wouldn't
go.
matter anyway.
Beautiful. I just want to give a bit of my esoteric DMing right there. Sorry. Okay. So that's the dragon's second turn. It rolled 6s both times to recharge its breath weapon. But Kandahar, you're still there, holding the rope. Everyone is now up now. You can drop it and finally take some vengeance.
So but I'm blinded. So I will drop it and cast aid
Nice.
to give everyone. What is it? Gives everyone 5 maximum and current. I'm sorry, no, not 8. My bad. Bless 1 minute. Bless up to 3 creatures of your choice. Whenever a target makes an attack or a saving throw within the next minute, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack or saving throw. So I'll give that to the 3 closest people who I guess is everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so everyone's blessed. So what blessing do you say?
Kandahar says, in the name of the fallen of the White Church, I cast a blessing on all my friends to help us slay this dragon.
Excellent.
And I like start to roll my eyes, and then I think that he's doing something nice, so I like stop halfway through the roll.
All right, Blaze. So you feel yourself like filled with the spirit of camaraderie, and you feel like the love of the All-Father from the White Church.
Wow.
But you turn
I'll
your back
say-
and you see this huge thing barreling down on Lilia, where you stood just a minute ago, or where you hung just a minute ago.
This is a mess. So I'm catching my breath for a split second. Let's go. And I turn around and I see the dragon and I go, that's right. And I remember that, we're fighting a dragon. So now that I'm on ground, I assume that I just got up on the rope and I'm just right where I got up, right? So I'm still near the edge.
Yeah, like the ground beneath you is like slowly melting away because the turpentine keeps spilling. Like it's like
Okay,
almost
so-
like soupy, but at your feet.
Yeah, I don't like that too much. So I'm going to move. Can I move 20 feet back from where I am?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great, to give me some space. And then I'm going to try to use a nice classic fireball.
There we go.
Excellent. There we go.
Maybe super effectiveness against paint.
Ooh. Okay. So go ahead and roll for damage. It passed its save, unfortunately.
Yes. Okay. Well, we take what we can get.
Take what you can get.
Uh,
It's the first time you've damaged this thing in like 3 rounds of combat.
We're gonna cast at. You know what? We're gonna run it. We're gonna cast it at level 4.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Okay, 23.
Good to know. All right. And then on the far side of the bridge, like some of your fireball like catches it for a minute and starts to like burn a little bit as the turpentine there catches fire. It quickly extinguishes itself though. All right. So the dragon's gonna go ahead and not get its breath weapon back. So it's gonna turn around and try to give the claw bite routine to the people in the front line, which are Lilia, and then Shale.
Cool.
So the 2 claws are both gonna miss against Lilia, I think.
AC 15.
Yeah, they both miss. And then the bite is gonna hit Shale though. So as these teeth sink into you, you take 15 points of piercing damage.
15. Wow.
Yep, and go ahead and roll a d8.
Great. Might die here. 8.
Ooh, excellent. So
Oh, no.
your joints begin to stiffen even further. You have a feeling that if you get hit with one more effect from the indigo, you're going to turn to stone.
Great. Love that.
Uh,
How do I
as this
hide?
like deep that bright color like seeps through your arms, almost like he's injecting dye into your body.
I'll turn into a painting forever.
All right, cool. That's the dragon's turn. Shale, you have the Shale, do you have the opportunity to strike back?
Okay, striking back. So I guess I just use my dagger and take a hit. Oh, am I still blind?
No, the blindness ended at the start of your turn.
Great.
All right.
Gosh. That is a 23 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
You got add a d4 as well.
My
Oh,
damage?
no, not your damage. My bad.
Oh.
You're right. My bad.
I
wish.
So I did 9 damage. And I'm going to coordinate attack with Kendakar.
Awesome. So Ken, you get a free swing.
All right. I missed.
Shock.
Did you?
I missed. I rolled a 3.
So can I use what is that right now? Oh wait, hang on. I used all my points. Never mind. I could have used Revenge of the Faithless, but no one was missing, so I. Okay, never mind.
Alright. Cool. So, Lilia, now that you're standing on like terra firma, you have a good. This dragon has just tried to claw you a few times in your face, and you're right up in it. You can see like the shimmer as like the blue, the red, the green like sort of flashes before your eyes. Are you gonna strike or are you gonna do something else?
I'm gonna I'm gonna say as I attack it.
Action help. Oh well.
We otter folk have a saying, dragons make good dinner. And I'm gonna use feast to make a bite attack on the dragon.
Excellent. So go ahead and grab your inspiration for saying the catchphrase and make your attack.
Oh, is your catchphrase just us otters have a saying and then you can just fill in however you want?
Yes, it really is.
Yep. I forgot to use mine earlier.
So thanks to Bless, that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, its AC is only 15. It's only made out of
Okay.
paint.
So it takes I forgot to, here we go. It takes 9 piercing damage.
All
And
right.
I get some temp HP.
Excellent.
I'm not. I think I still get a bonus action attack. I'm not sure if that's. I'm not 100% positive if it counts with feast.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and make it. We can look it up later.
Okay, sorry. That's a 23 to hit for 9 slashing damage.
All right. So you guys have done 50 points of damage to this dragon so far in the few turns that you've managed to actually have everybody on board to attack. But after Lilia, the dragon gets to strike back. It does not get its breath weapon. So instead, seeing Lilia right in front of it, it's going to go ahead and try to bite down. It's going to turn its head away from Shale and try to bite down at you, Lilia. And it's going to miss. And then it's going to fly up, and as it's flying away, it's going to strike with its tail. And it's going to miss again. So
Can I make an attack of opportunity?
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
it flies away?
Go for it.
That's a 24 to hit for
That'll hit.
10 slashing damage.
All right, you guys have done 60 points of damage to it. So this dragon is now hovering like 30 feet above you folks on the bridge. With that, Kandakar, you look up and see this thing, out of reach for your axe, but maybe you can think of something else to do.
Oh, he's out of reach of my axe. Oh, dang it. All right. I will cast Shield of Faith. I say, in the name of the All-Father, I bless my shield against you, demon. Time to face another dragon. And cast my Shield of Faith and move towards the front of the bridge, and not close enough that I'm in danger of falling off from the turpentine, but move towards the front, and I'm just trying to draw attention by cussing him in Draconic. Lots of insults about his horrible plumage and how ugly he looks.
Oh man, using crass language and calling him insulting.
In fact, I'll do that and compel him to duel me with my bonus action of up to 60 feet.
Oh heck yes, you are.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
What's your spell save DC?
13.
Fails.
All right.
Oh man, okay. So yeah,
Time to
this
meet a
dragon's
real
going to
dragon.
turn to you, and you are its primary target now.
boy.
So Blaze, for 20 feet back, you can see this thing is flying up in the air, and now all of a sudden it's just turned all of its attention down towards Can.
Okay, fantastic. So I say, well, it seems like you like the sky. Let's see if you like it hot. And
Bing!
I'm going. Thank you. And I am going to try to hit with Firebolt. Though Can I try to focus my firebolt not at like the middle of the body, but maybe the right wing?
Sure, absolutely.
Great. Okay, so a 9 to hit.
A 9 to hit will
Yummy.
definitely miss. Just
Yep.
so we'll get to see if he likes it hot.
Yep.
But there's some good news, everybody. Andrew just donated $25 for
All
10
right,
temporary
Andrew.
hit points to everybody.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew. Wow.
Who am I to refuse such a thing?
Oh my goodness. Wow. Awesome.
So maybe you will
Mary's on
live.
mute. Mary, you're on mute.
Mary's on mute. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I said thanks for the help from afar, wizard.
All right. So Blaze, after your turn, the dragon gets to go. The fireball shoots. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I scoot 10 more feet back?
Yeah,
As
absolutely.
thank you.
You keep walking back and like, man, this is what you get for getting into the cold, right?
The cold is awful. It shouldn't exist.
All right, so the dragon, as the fireball like shoots over its right wing, it turns its entire attention down towards Kandahar. And it says in the most flowery language possible that your gore will make a beautiful splatter painting.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Nice. I love that. I love that.
All right, does this breath weapon recharge? With a 3, no.
Good.
So you're
Thank
gonna get
God.
the full claw bite. So what's your AC?
20 with the shield of faith.
20, so I need a 13 to hit. 1 hits, so you get
All
1
right.
claw for 11 points of slashing damage. And then the bite also sinks into you. Go ahead and roll a d8.
6.
Oh, did you take the bone joints earlier? Did you feel that save?
The bone joints?
Yeah.
He took one. He took one.
Yeah,
but
I think
not
I did fail that one. I did fail
Alright.
that one. Yeah.
And
I
so
sure
the
did.
same sort of thing happens as the teeth sink into you. You take 11 points or 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then you start to feel like ink gets injected throughout your whole skeleton structure, and you get started like really have a hard time moving. Like
Okay.
you're gonna be petrified and turned to a part of the painting if you don't if you hit one more time with the indigo.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to GTFO.
Woo! Oh man! All right, so that's the dragon's turn. Shale. Speak of the devil. Are you gonna GTFO? There's still maybe 60 feet at this time of space between you and the far side of the bridge. But this dragon is completely focused on Kandahar.
Okay, so I have a short bow, but my sheet doesn't say the range on that. Is that like 80?
I think something like that. Probably, I think it's like 60, 120.
I know a long bow is 120, whatever. So,
You can hit with the short bow, no problem. And you can maneuver into a place where you could stand right underneath if you wanted.
yeah. So I want to get as far away as I can while still shooting with the short bow, or maybe shoot with the short bow first. Kandahar, what's your buff? It's only on saves, not on attacks.
Saves or attacks. Plus
Okay,
3.
I'll attack and then I'll.
Or plus 1d4 rather. Sorry.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, bless. I was talking about your other thing. Anyone?
That's a
within
plus 3 to save.
8
Yeah,
of
that
you.
is a plus 3 to save if you're within 10 feet.
Yeah, just to saves. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'll move as far away as I can.
Mm-hmm. So you
And
sort of
then-
back up towards where Blaze is, almost, and like take the one shot when you feel like this is at your good range.
Yeah.
Excellent. Go ahead and make an attack roll. AC is 15.
Yeah. So I got a 21. And then I add bless to the damage, or was it to the attack roll?
Just the
attack.
roll.
Yeah, I didn't need that. 5? Not great damage.
Hey, better than 0.
At what level do you get 2 attacks? Did I have 2 attacks this whole time and I forgot?
No, you don't get extra attack. You get to give what you want your attacks to somebody else.
Oh, okay. Because some people get it at whatever level.
Yep, at 5th, but instead you get the coordinated strike.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this class or starting from a random level. It's very weird. And then I will bless or whatever it is, help action to Kanakar again, and hopefully
Right.
hide or something. Hopefully he can't see me back here all the way.
That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah,
And
that'll do it.
with my new battle axe, I did 8 points of damage.
Nice. All right, you guys have done 73 to it so far. And it's starting to look a little like a worse for wear. At this point, like instead of blood, like you see like paint just like dripping off of it, like all the way down, like little splatters of green and yellow and chartreuse just get like all over you with each swipe. All right. After Shale, Lilia, this dragon is 100% focused on Kanahar right now, like giving you its back and its belly.
And how far away is it?
You can bound up to it if you want to. It takes up a whole lot of space.
Yeah. I wanna jump on its back and start clawing at its throat.
Absolutely. If you want to, you want to jump up onto it, you can.
Yeah.
I'll just let you land on it because you're like a very skilled jumper. Like, this is something that's totally within your ability just to land on it.
Okay. So, and I did find the rule. The bonus action attack is when you use an attack action.
Yeah, okay.
So
noted.
Just but that's what I'm doing this time. So it'll be 3 claw attacks.
All right.
The first one is a 20, even without bless.
Mm-hmm.
For 13 damage. And the second, this one's gonna miss. It's just a D4, right? That's just a 13 to hit.
All right, that will miss.
And the bonus action. This one's probably gonna miss too. That's a 15.
15 is its AC.
Oh, so that hits. So that's 7 damage.
All right, you guys have done 93 to it.
Thanks for that bless. That made all the difference there. Rolled a 4 on it.
And at this point, you can see that there are like huge amounts of liquid just like pouring out of this thing. Starting to like lose some of its form as it's like moving its wings, leaving behind like trails and like spatterings every time it moves. But still, its beady eyes are fixed undiscerningly and completely wildly at Kanakar. And it's its turn.
All right.
Does not get its thing back. So it gives you the claw, and both miss.
AC 20.
Yeah, and then the bite will hit. Go
All
ahead
right.
and roll a d8.
2.
All right. So luckily, this bite you infected with the orange dye.
Okay.
Wow. So you take 7 points of acid damage.
I was looking a little worse for wear.
Yeah, I would. Well, so is the dragon.
Doing
you're
what I
staring
can
down
to get his
it's like
attention.
it might just be a battle of wills at this point. Kandakar, and you're up.
In Draconic, it is time to meet the justice of the All-Father Dragon. No one will mourn your passing.
Yeah.
As I cast smite, branding smite, 2nd level spell. So I get an extra 2d6. It's a bonus action, and I get an extra 2d6 radiant damage for a minute.
Nice.
I'll take 2 attacks on it. And the first attack, I'll use my inspiration.
Oh, you actually get +3 to your first attack
Oh, then I won't.
from me.
Never mind.
So you don't have
So-
to use yours.
Great. All right. So first attack is 4 plus 2 plus 6 plus 7. 4 plus 9. 13 points of damage on the first attack. Second attack. is 10, 14 points of damage.
All right. So with your first attack, you like swipe it right down the middle, and it seems to split apart, right? Like the paint particles are like hanging in the air for a second. They start shimmering and start to drip down. And with your second one, you like a backhandy spin and just poof, turn it into a mist
Nice.
as the dragon dissipates.
All right.
Woo! Go
Let's
team!
go.
Let's go.
Thank God, I was
Good
about
job.
to turn into a permanent piece of paint, piece of artwork.
Who has damage that they need healed?
I'm at like half.
Anybody need some?
health.
I'm doing pretty good. So
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Kendrakar takes
Am I
a
the
little
only
to
one? I'm at-
heal his wounds.
I'm at half health.
Some of them anyway. Not all.
yeah, you two took a lot more damage.
Yeah, because I'm at 21 out of 38, but with the temporary hit points from the friendly wizard from over yonder, I'm
Thanks,
only
chat.
7 points down technically.
Oh man. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and post the stats for that in my $1 Patreon. Link in the
That's
description
cool.
below.
That was a cool.
Yeah, that was
encounter.
a cool
yeah, I
dragon.
like that a lot.
That's very, very cool.
All right. So you still have the fact that you're on one side of the bridge. The turpentine
Right.
has like eventually stopped spreading, but now instead of a 40-foot gap, there's like a 60-foot gap.
Cool.
Great, that's not good. And we still have no plan to get across it. So
If you
we
want, you
try
can you can take some time to climb all the way down and climb all the way back up, but that'll take a number of hours.
I could try platformer again.
You
we
could.
could try Drew's or Lily's jump the rope over and do that again.
Can Lily jump 60 feet?
Oh
Can
yeah.
Yes.
She's a super
I
jumper.
can-
you?
Oh yeah.
So,
That's an
so
easy
do
day.
it with the rope without a person.
Yeah. I think that's the plan.
We could tie two ropes together so we have 100 foot of rope. I can jump 115 feet. Yeah, it's actually 117 anyway.
A long way.
Yeah, so I also have a rope. I'll get my rope out and I'll tie the ends together. Have somebody double check my knot, and I will jump across. Is there anything to tie the other end of the rope to over here?
So eventually you figure this out, right? You have enough rope between the four of you, and you have enough leaping strength, and you have enough time to create harnesses, and eventually you manage to find a way to cross the bridge. Go ahead and roll a d12 though to represent the time that took.
I got a 5.
All right. So luckily it passes without incident. Like the clouds seem to shimmer slightly, but no thunderstorm appears. And the only thing that's really calling you is the howl of the winds up in the mountain and the wizard's tower that's just at the very edge of your vision.
Okay.
So now at the other side of the bridge, the road leads inwards, deeper and up into the mountains.
We head that way. We just headed straight towards the tower. Just marching.
Can
Right
we rest, or is the turpentine gonna ruin the paint? If we do.
It seems to have stopped like at the bridge now. Like there's still one barrel that's not like all the way spilt over, and so you carefully look for another tripwire on this side. But yeah, if you want to, you could take an hour in short rest here.
Can I pick up can we disarm that trap and take the turpentine with us?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the turpentine's a whole barrel, but you can each like fill like a vial. or
Oh,
something.
like a barrel. I was
Yeah.
thinking like a gallon of paint.
No, it's like a big barrel.
I do have. I'm pretty sure I have turpentine already.
Yeah, in your painter's kit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can refill up like little pots and then just hand one out to everybody if you wanted.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
All right.
Next paint dragon she sends after us gets a turpentine
Exactly.
Molotov.
I know I
Right.
should have bombed it. Someone,
Right.
Dom in chat suggested it, and I just like forgot in the heat of the moment.
Yeah. All right. So continuing forward then. We have another bit of box text from dScryb. A leaning
Wait,
tower.
so we're not taking a short rest? Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Take a short rest. Roll your hit dice or get your abilities back.
Okay.
All right, and then while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and give you a bit of narration. A leaning tower of stone rises high into the air, topped by a round and rickety-looking structure of wood and plaster. A door in its roof lays open to the skies, and from it projects a gleaming brass tube. The only other entrance to the tower that you can see besides a few arrow loops is a small door painted bright green. But that stands in the rounded wall of the tower about 20 feet above the ground.
I can give everybody 11 hit points after the temp hit points after the short rest.
Nice.
Wait, how many?
11.
11. Wow, thank you.
It only happens
Wow.
after rest. So. Oh wait, hang on. Sorry, it's long rest. No, it's short or long.
Sweet.
I can't read. Just ignore me.
You're fine.
All right. So what do we have to do to get up there? Would we have to climb, or is that even possible?
There, the tower is just like stonework, and then the door is 20 feet off the ground.
Then it's like completely smooth stonework.
I mean, you could probably put your fingers in it and like make an athletics check if you're strong and skilled enough. It's possible to climb to someone with either like proficiency in athletics or someone else can make a strength check.
Or we could just have our otter jump up there with a rope again.
Or you have your otter just jump up with the rope again.
Yeah, I'll jump up there with a rope. Well, there's a door up there. Is there like a ledge or anything?
There's like maybe like a 6-inch like brace, like part of the door frame.
Okay.
So you can stand on your toes and like open the door.
Well, before I jump up there, I want to get one of those glasses of turpentine.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh.
and then I'll jump up there, and I'm gonna throw some turpentine on the door handle. I'm gonna melt the door open.
Yeah. It melts away, and the door swings inward.
Knock, knock.
And then I'll
Daggum.
I'll tie the rope off, and help people climb up here.
All right. So everyone manages to get into the tower pretty safely. So inside it is dusty and shadowy, and not as clean as you would like. It's still kind of frigid cold in here. There is no fire in the fireplace. There's a kettle that seems to be upturned and upside down. There's a neglected bit of straw in the corner, and there is a staircase that seems to spiral upways to another floor, maybe 20 feet above you.
It just occurred to me I didn't even bother to see if the door was locked. I just
Just toasted it.
I kind of
you have
think
a hammer.
maybe Lily is even smarter than I am, and she's only got an 8. So
Yeah, I'm at a 10 for intelligence.
All right. So Kandakar's is going to look around here just a little bit before we head up, just to make sure there's nothing that we need to find. Just
and I'm
poke around
sniffing
in the
around.
straw. Yeah, just
All
kind
right,
of
go
generally
ahead
look
and
around.
make a
Yeah.
intelligence investigation check, Kandahar.
And I'm
Yeah, I
also
don't-
sniffing around to
be a
see if I can
19.
find her again.
All right, with a 19, I'll go ahead and give you another piece of box text with a 19
All right.
from dScryb. Link in the description.
Hopefully from dScryb, but
Inside,
good.
the base of the wizard tower is sparse, with only a few unremarkable chairs and sundries boarded up in a sideboard. And upon that sideboard, you pull it aside, sits a crystal decanter full of some amber liquid that was left out for invited guests. A tasteful painting of the tower's owner presides in the foyer above the once blazing heart, which a cold draft comes into the room. So
Does anybody? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't know you were still talking.
So it's against a self-portrait of Fawn Ming.
Oh, good.
So you can tell
Good.
this whole thing is dusty and in ill repair. Like the straw is moldy. You just pulled apart this thing and found like an old bottle that's hasn't been used for guests for a long time.
Can anybody find out if that bottle is poisoned or?
You can go ahead and make another investigation check there, Shale. Do you have a poisoner's kit? Anyone?
No.
Blaze, figure out what it is.
I'm
looking
resistant to
see.
poison. I could just drink it.
Yeah. Go
And
for
then
it.
you wouldn't tell
Wow.
us anything. No.
So Shale, in the last episode, you went ahead and just drank some wine, and you almost got poisoned by it and died.
I can cure poison.
Well,
Oh my.
that was a shale. That was a version of shale.
So maybe you learned from that experience and a bit more cautious now.
That's right.
If you can cure poison, then I guess there's no harm, no foul to just drinking it.
Yeah. So you just take a swig.
Sure.
All
Go
right.
I
on.
guess like a
Yeah,
shale is shale. I
let's
might as
do
well
it.
just do shale things.
You got to risk it for the biscuit.
It
Yep.
tastes like, whiskey that may have been once nice, but now it's got kind of bitter.
Oh.
Okay, okay.
Yummy.
Not the worst.
Well, Kandrakar is going to deface this painting for sure. Like that, as soon as I see that painting, it's getting torn up or knocked down or
You
something.
You
tap
hate
Shale the
it.
shoulder.
Yeah, yeah.
I have turpentine if you want. We all have turpentine if you
Yeah,
wanted to
that's
face
right.
it that way. Just
Nah,
burn her
I'm not gonna
face
waste.
off
I'm not
with
gonna
some
waste it.
acid.
I'm saving that. I'm saving that for whatever's at the top of this tower.
Not to tell you what to
Um,
do, but she has the paint. You can paint a mustache on her.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Oh, I
right.
have painter's tools. Can I get in
Some-
on the doodles? Can I do like
some
a devil
horns,
horn and a
right.
little like
There you go.
tail?
There you go.
There you
Create
go.
a masterpiece. For sure,
Yeah.
she's watching us, right? For sure, she's watching.
So now that the portrait of Fa Ming has an eye patch and devil horns and a mustache and a unibrow and a
There we
goatee
go. There we go.
and missing a tooth.
That's right.
Fantastic.
There's
So,
still the one staircase that's spiraling up, at least out of
Yeah,
this
so-
ill-kept room.
When we're convinced that there's nothing else down here, I'll head up if the group's ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll head up behind.
There's nothing in the room. We're sure.
I think you found it. Just some bad whiskey.
Yeah, bad whiskey in an old
Hanging.
cupboard, some upside down chairs, musty straw, upturned kettle, a lot of dust.
Okay. Well, let's go.
All right, climbing
do
up
it.
the tower. You
Oh.
come to another small. It's another landing. This one is about maybe 40 feet across, so a little bit smaller than the last one. And there is one woman here. There are two doors in this room as you emerge from the lower set of stairs. She looks, kind of downtrodden and fearful. And she sort of looks down at her shoes, which are, kind of torn apart and raggy, and says hello and asks what she can do for you.
I'm gonna go up to her and give her a good sniff. Is she a real person?
Yeah, she smells like a human. Yes.
I'll pat her on the head, and I'll keep
girl.
scurrying around, sniffing around and seeing what I can find in this room.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just pat her on the head,
As you
which I
pat her on
guess
the head,
means
like her,
I kind of have to stretch way up. And...
Yeah, you pet her on her head. Her hair feels like soft and slick.
Like it was hairsprayed down.
No, just like feels like
Grease.
nice hair.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I will say, and who might I ask are you?
She tells you that her name is Apollinia. And she says that her job is to keep this place. She says that with like a fearful stutter.
Okay. To that, I say, well, that's very nice of you to do that. I have a question for you. Do you know who Fan Ming is, or have you never heard of that name before? Just curious.
She looks up just briefly, and then again looks down, gives you like a half curtsy, and then it'll tell you that of course she knows that Fan Ming is the mistress of this keep, and if you would like, she will lead you to her.
Okay.
Wonderful. Yeah. Say, that would be absolutely lovely if you could take us to her.
All right. So there's two doors in this room, and she walks to the one on the far side, opposite the staircase that you walk up. She reaches into her apron pocket, gets out a key, and unlocks the lock in it. The door pulls outwards, and you can see beyond is a well-appointed chamber. Right. It has like a tile. You can only see like a little bit through the door, but what you can see there is a large, finely crafted rug that takes up most of this room beyond, and lots of good tiles. There's candelabras and gold and brass, and like a little chandelier and like bookshelves and tapestries hanging on the one wall that you can see. So Abelina, very gingerly walks into that room and then sticks close to the wall and walks on the tile so as not to touch the rug. She beckons you to come forward.
I'm gonna follow her, but make sure I'm not touching the rug either. And
Yep.
Kandrakar is keeping a suspicious eye on her. He's assuming that is that's the lady we're looking for. Maybe.
Yeah, rugs can be dangerous in the D&D world.
Yeah, so when I sniffed her, was it the same scent as we have been tracking all the way here?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Is that one of the things I get advantage on? Intelligence check that rely on smell?
Yes.
Yay, because she's real dumb. Okay, with advantage, that's a 6.
Okay,
That's
so
just straight intelligence, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So you do not think that she smells like the same.
Mm.
In fact, she does not smell like as far as you can remember, this is not the same scent.
She's not. I use my divine sense to tell if she's a fiend or undead or anything. She's not anything like that, is she?
All right. So as she's walking along the carpet, she turns back and notices that you are keeping your boots off it too, and she mentions that and thanks you. As you get a blink and like look deep into her soul, and your divine sense rings back empty. Like there's no fiends or desecrated areas within your radius.
Okay.
She motions over to the far side of the room, across the rug, and there's a couple of like divas and lounge chairs, and she asks you if you would just wait right there. She'll go summon her mistress.
Yeah, do we want to hold an action right now?
What was the question?
I was asking the group if we want to hold an action while she leaves and is summoning her mistress.
Or we want to just go with her. Why let her go and tell the mistress we're here? She doesn't already know. She can just take us.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep following her.
Yeah, you can just take us. That's what Kandrakar says. You can just take us to your mistress. We'll deal with her.
At this point, she starts to look a little fearful, like she's not really sure what to do. And then she, very apologetically, please, sir, I would have you wait here, and I'll go get her in her private chambers. And she beckons to one of the tapestries on the wall.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Are we going to be held by a tapestry? Like like rope style.
She says you can wait out in the hall if that will make you more comfortable.
I'll
Well,
Lilia's gonna sort of, come around and get up in her face. Do I look like I need comfort? Take us to her. Now!
So you can go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
I get expertise on that.
hey,
Yeah, that's pretty good. I was intimidated.
I
That's
know.
good.
That's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah. It was.
With a +6, it's still just a 12, though.
Of course.
All right, so she breaks down. She doesn't quite like break down crying, but like seeing this huge were otter, you definitely get the impression that she's out of her depth here. She points to the tapestry on the wall and says that the private chamber is right there, and she's supposed to just knock on the door.
I'll give her a big toothy grin and pat her on the head again.
And
Yeah.
I'll slightly walk past and just say, sorry, it's just business. And then I'm going up to the tapestry behind Lilia to see what she's doing.
All right, so she's almost like fearfully like backing out of the room now, making sure that you guys aren't gonna hurt her as you. So Lilia and Blaze pull the tapestry aside and step through. What are Can and Shale doing? You following them?
Oh yeah. Yeah, can't stay.
I mean, if everyone else is going, I don't feel comfortable staying here by myself. But this woman looks very scared that she's gonna get hurt if we like went ahead without her. So I'm gonna try to comfort her a little bit before we leave. So
Alright.
I'm just gonna tell her something like, we mean no harm. We're just here to gather some information from your mistress, and after that, we will be on our way.
And she's sort of like whispers to you like as she starts to walk away. Just tell her you didn't see me.
I will.
All right. And she
Yeah.
And she walks out to the room that you guys were and starts to make her way down the staircase as you guys pull back the tapestry and walk forward. There is a narrow hallway on the other side of the tapestry. Oh, go ahead.
Well, before she leaves, I'm going to ask her if there's any traps that we should know about.
She points to, she starts to point to the other door, and then she retracts her hand, and then shakes her head and starts walking down. Like she flinches just for a second.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, she starts to walk down. So you guys pull through the tapestry. You pull back. It's like a red velvet thing, and as you pull it back, it doesn't feel like velvet in your hand. It just feels like really cheap muslin. It looks pretty, but it's coarse to the touch. And as you step through it,
her lap.
yeah, the walls sort of like glow purple, and you start to feel like a little bit warmer in here. There is again like this sort of like a soft glow and like cush coming off of the floor, and you start to get the sense of like a perfume coming from a brightly painted green door 10 feet beyond 10 feet down the passage.
Okay. Well, I'll say, well, at least the temperature's a little better here. So that's something.
All right. So who's leading the way? It's a 10-foot passage. We have 2 people in front and 2 people behind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like I'm in the very back because I lagged behind a little bit to talk to whatever her name was.
Apollina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lena, as her friends call her.
So Shale's in the back.
I think it'd probably be Kendrickar and I in the front, right?
Probably.
All right. Ken and
And
Lilia.
I'm right there too. Mm-hmm.
All right. And then Blaze and Shale in the back rank. So, after talking one last time to Abelina, Ken sort of pushes his way to the front. Ooh. All right, so who's going to open the little green door? It has no knob.
Is it, can we check it for traps? Can someone who's better at that than I check this thing for traps?
I don't
anybody
think
look?
I'm good at
No?
checking for traps either. What's the
All right.
mod on that's investigation?
Yeah.
I'm just flat 0 on that.
Yeah, me too.
I should not be investigating. Not
Well,
like that.
Then
I mean-
Kandakar's gonna look. I'll look and see and
I was gonna say Blaze
see what
can
I
do
can
it,
find.
but
Yeah. I mean, I may not. I'm gonna look and just look at the door and see if there's anything interesting about it or anything that looks dangerous or anything
It
other than
looks-
there's no knob.
Yeah, it looks like the door outside, again with no knob. But you know where the place where you should melt it in order to make the latch go open, based on your
Yeah.
previous outside. Based
So
on your
this was the
previous-
door that she pointed at when I asked her if there are any traps.
No, she pointed to the second door in the round room,
Not this door.
not this door. No.
All right. Well, then I'll go ahead and if everyone wants to stand back while I do it in case it's trapped, I'll open the door.
All right.
Yeah,
so-
I'll stand back.
All right, yeah. So you stand back and you push on the door and it just gives way, easily. And so you step inside. It's a room that's set up like a version of the room downstairs, only smaller and nicer. There's a little fireplace, but this one has a fire, kind of burning in it. There is a bed, and that you see someone like reclined in and half asleep. There's all sorts of paintings on the wall, landscapes and portraits and pictures of horses, pictures of boats at the sea. There's also a little kettle by the fireplace that this one has a little bubbling soup in it.
Soup? Are you cold? You want some soup?
But on the bed, there is a sleeping figure dressed in a green robe and has straight black hair.
The might be her.
Well.
Can I smell her? I mean, I'm gonna. Can I smell her from where I'm standing?
All right, you just take a few deep inhales, and it doesn't smell familiar.
What? Dang. That's unfortunate.
Illusion.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start sniffing around the room.
All right, so
I think she's hiding. She's hiding somewhere,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna find her.
all right, so you give a sniff. You start sniffing. You smell the soup. You smell the clothes. You smell the area, and you smell like she may have been here. Like it's faint and lingering, but the figure in the bed isn't it. And you have to be careful not to move too much because the figure in the bed is just starting to roll over and stir.
Okay. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I can sense some
Some sort of magic going on?
magic of any sort? Yeah.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make an intelligence arcana check.
Great. 18.
All right. With an 18, you know that there are illusionists who are able to change the way, not only the way things look, but also the way they smell and feel.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's
getting
nice.
really,
Alright.
really close to the thing on the bed, right? And looking at it really carefully, it doesn't appear to be an illusion. It doesn't appear to be like magic is making something look different.
All right. Kandrakar is gonna just grab the body and hold it, like put it in a grapple it.
All right, so as you jump on the bed, it springs to life and starts to twitch.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah. So it's this woman, the almond-shaped eye, straight black hair. It matches the portrait you see downstairs. She's wearing a fine green dress that has nice gold embroidery all over it. And she starts to struggle. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
11.
oh no.
I got a dirty 20.
I'd like that. I've never heard that. I got a 10.
I got a 21.
Oh, nice. right, so Lilia, as you see Can just about to jump on top of this person on the bed, you have a half second to react first. You see Can like in mid-flight.
Okay. That's me, right? Okay.
Or no, Lilia, you gotta go.
Okay.
With a 21.
Okay, right.
Well, I mean, I'm I'll just I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna help him grapple her.
All right, so you bound across the room, ready to grab the arms as he gets the legs.
Yeah.
All right. So as Kandahar like crashes onto the bed before he has a chance to really grab, the woman on the bed sort of like springs to life. She sees you barreling down. And she's gonna try to push you away and then roll to the side of the bed. So go ahead and make a strength athletics check, Kandahar.
Do I have time can I quaff the potion? I'm probably not yet.
No, probably
The
not
giants.
yet.
All right, I'll do it later. Yeah, I didn't make it. I rolled a 4.
All right, so she manages to slip away. She rolls like off the bed, and then very quickly she makes her way to like the side table and picks up a paintbrush from there.
Oh boy.
Oh.
All right, Blaze, you're up. So back in the little hallway, you see your friend just push through the door and about to jump onto the bed.
Okay. Wait, you said that she was reaching for the brush, or she was trying?
Yeah, she has it probably just about in her hands right now. Like she's at her side table about to pick it up off of there.
Okay, can I try to intercept that?
Absolutely. You can sort of dash across and then maybe try to bump her out of the way. Go ahead and make a dexterity sleight of hand check to try to get there before she can.
Okay, beautiful. 17.
Ooh. And with a 14, she loses. And you get the brush off of the side table.
I say,
Nice.
All right, Can. You're up. So you sort of belly flop onto the bed as she like sort of springs away, and you see Blaze run across and meet her head on. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna quaff that potion of giant strength, and I am going to grab her again.
Awesome. So you sort of like roll off of the bed and go ahead and make a strength athletics check to try to get her around the waist.
That potion do anything for me?
Yeah, it increases your strength by a +4 bonus.
Oh.
And does he get any bonus for me being there helping him? That was the point of my turn, was to get there to help him. Grab
yeah,
her.
absolutely. So go ahead and roll with advantage too.
Advantage and a +4 total, or add +4 to what I've already got. Probably +4 total, right?
Yeah, +4 on top of what you already have.
Oh, okay.
An additional
so
+4.
+6. All right, so advantage with +6. So that's a 17 and a 25.
Awesome. Yeah, so you are completely you have her, right? As you quaff that potion, like your triceps and biceps and traps and lats just explode with power. Boom. Yeah. And like you just like she's a fairly hefty woman, but still you manage to grab her like right around the hips and she's not moving anywhere.
None can stand against the strength of the Allfather.
Exactly. Thank you, so totally awesome ally for subbing. I appreciate that.
Yeah, just like a little eye roll at the strength of the father. Anything religious like that, just a little eye roll.
Just a little eye roll. All right, so Shale, now you can go, right? So as you hear Can sort of like muttering the praises to the Allfather, it's your turn to spring into action.
Yeah, so do I get these points back with short rest, or do I have to have a long rest to get them?
You get a short rest.
Okay, great. So I am going to bless everyone with 1 point. So you get to add 1 point to attack rolls and saving throws. And I'm going to. What was the thing about foregoing my movement?
You can stand still and let someone else move without OPs.
Okay. Is that an action though? Because I already did the one action.
No, it's just something that just happens.
Okay, so I will do that to Kendakar, and then I will give the help action to Lilia. So you get +3 to your next attack roll as my bonus action, and then I'll.
Nice.
That's me.
Fantastic. Okay, so that's Shale's turn. Back at the top of the round, Lilia. So you were helping Can grapple this woman, right? Like you got her by the arms. Blaze has got the paintbrush, and Can is really holding her firm. What are you gonna do?
I've got her legs.
Sure.
I'm going to sort of bend her like a pretzel so that I can get close to her face.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get just right up to her face and sort of open my mouth towards her throat and say, "Stop wiggling."
All right. That's good to know. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna hold my action to bite her throat if she doesn't stop wiggling.
Yeah, she doesn't. You can tell immediately she's not going to stop wiggling.
Oh, okay. Then I'll bite her throat.
All right.
That's a short. Yeah, that's a short rest thing.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Just just rolling to bite by the neck.
So totally awesome. We do this over Zoom, and Luke Jackson does the overlays.
Oh, she's restrained, so I get advantage, right?
Yes.
That's good. Yeah, that's better.
Well, you
Yeah.
get +3. You also get +3 to your next attack.
Right,
from me.
24 to hit.
Yes.
The first
the
one was
armor class
bad.
it's 12.
Oh, okay. Well, the first one would have hit anyway. 10. So that's 10 piercing damage.
Okay. Cool. 10 piercing damage.
And I'm gonna keep holding her.
Awesome.
That's my turn.
Okay. So right there. She's gonna go ahead and try to persuade you to let her go. That she doesn't understand why you are attacking, and why are you coming into her place to do these sorts of things. Like, why are you like busting in to hurt her? Please let me go. She like begs.
Somebody tie her up.
Okay. What was that?
I said insight check.
So Blaze, when you hear this plea, what do you do?
We're just trying to get some answers, if you will, and we were attacked by a beautiful, lovely piece of artwork. Was that you?
Was that you?
She nods and says that she paints things that are pretty.
Okay. Do you paint things that try to kill people?
She says she paints all sorts of things in her imagination.
Great.
I'll-
Who do you
I'll lick my
work?
lips.
She's just like acting like I don't know.
Okay. And I say, so tell me, who do you work for?
Again, she's gonna try to be as evasive as possible. Like, what do you mean? Who do I work for?
And then I I start to produce a little flame. Not to do an attack, just to intimidate. That's what I'm going for here. And I say, that's not quite the answer that we're looking for. I'm wondering, who do you work for?
All right, go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Beautiful. Zip, that's a really, really, really strong 10.
Oh, all right. So I'll tell you what she got, right? So she got a 13. And so this is the reaction, right? For a moment, you see like a brief like struggle, like she wants to, and then she says, "I'm not gonna tell you anything, no matter what you do to me." And then she like again makes like a grimace.
Okay.
All right, Blaze. Do you want to do anything else on your turn?
I'm looking to see if that was no, because I think all my stuff will burn all of us since we're in such close quarters. So no, not right now. I'm just gonna take a step back in case she breaks out. So can I guess ready a reaction to try to dodge if he tries to lunge at me and grab the brush?
Absolutely.
Whatever that would be.
I'll do you one favor too. Like you pick up the paint pot that's on the side table too as you take your step backwards.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. I just want to be ready in case she tries to lunge and tries to grab it back.
Excellent. All right, Can. So you are just grabbing this woman who is, trying to play, stupid and play nice, maybe.
Can I tie her up, or does someone else have to do that while I grab her?
Oh, you can tie her up. You can
Right.
one-hander if you wanted to. I guess with your strength.
I'm gonna tie her up and put a gag on her mouth and tell her that she's gonna come back to the Senate with us and she'll answer for her crimes.
Okay. Go ahead and make. You know what? I think you're with the rest of you. It's pretty easy to do that, right? Because Lilia is helping you do that.
Right.
Yes, you managed to get her all nicely bound and gagged.
All right. We'll
All right.
put her in a little backpack and carry her out of the painting and carry her back to the Senate to talk to the sergeant.
Although when we're going back, can the brush that I'm holding, just for efficiency, can I try to use that? So when we get to the bridge to cross over and paint a way over?
Oh, absolutely. So you managed to get yourself down the mountain to the bridge. You can paint your way across. You start. By this time, you've been out here for like almost like 9 or 10 hours, right? It's been a long time. So you go down the mountain through the forest path, and as you start to cross the meadows, suddenly everything starts to vanish. Like from the edges of your vision, just start to turn blurry. And like the stoop behind you starts like a huge rushing wave of color as the mountains and the forest and the bridge all collapse and start rushing towards you. You can see off in the distance a little square of light that looks like the studio, and the door would be closing just beyond.
Okay. So
and as this is all happening, the person back there.
Okay. Great.
Let's
go. Let's
Okay,
go.
so we gotta go. Can
All
I?
right, you gotta go ahead and go. So at the top of the round,
gotta
Lilia, what skill are you going to use to try to escape this situation as the painting collapses around you?
There aren't any. We don't have any threats that we can see, to stealth.
Does anyone else have an idea of how to escape?
Can she paint something with the paintbrush and try to buy us some time to get to the door?
I was gonna say, can I paint a wall of force?
Yeah, so absolutely. Like as you're running behind you, sort of like paint like a brick wall and like line. So go ahead and make a. You know what? You have to pass that over to Shale because she's the one who has the proficiency with that
Perfect.
Yeah, right.
All right. Yep. Beautiful. So, so can we say that I try and it doesn't work, and then I'm looking at you shaking your head, and I give it to Shale.
It's more like like I shake my head and I take it right out of your hand.
Perfect. Even better.
All right, the DC is 15. So go ahead and try to pass.
Great. I was
Dexterity
making fun of
and add your
I was
prof.
making fun of Blaze, and now I'm gonna regret it. Oh, okay. So I rolled a 16 without my proficiencies.
All
So
So Kaching, yeah, you were managed to paint like huge like walls of earth and like brick walls and like timber downs to sort of stop this temporary rush. So as you guys are keep chucking towards the little window that leads towards freedom, who else is going to help in the effort?
I assume Kandakar's got her on his back, so he's just grabbing her and running.
All right, do you have a proficiency in athletics?
Oh, sure. Well, no, actually I don't. I do not. Nope.
I don't like.
I mean, I could try to intimidate my way to the door, but I don't think that's going to work.
Yep. The most that I can do right now, because I don't have the power of the brush, is shield, which is just the reaction, and I have mage hand, so I don't really think that will help in this particular situation.
All right, well, I guess you have to start taking damage then.
So,
All right. So as you guys start rushing there, like completely a loss for what to do, you're completely dependent on to Shale sort of paint these barriers after you, and you start hoofing it as hard as you can. Eventually, the waves of paint like splash down. Everyone who is not Shale, go ahead and roll me a D8.
A D8.
2.
3.
All right.
Four.
So the 2, you go ahead and take 15 points of acid damage as a huge splodge of orange paint covers you. The 3, you take 15 points of lightning damage as part of the meadows like daffodils all coalesce into a ball of yellow that rolls into you and shocks you. And then what did you roll, Pascal?
4.
And with a 4, a big ball of green from the grassy meadow sort of spikes up right through you, and you get poisoned for 15 points of damage.
oh no.
But eventually,
And
throughout this swimming sea of colorful chaos, you manage with Shale's help to fend off the worst of it. And as you are just barely managed to jump through the window, you escape and land on the studio floor. With a sickening thunk, you see the painting swirl into a pool on the floor in front of you. And the woman that was tied over your shoulder, as her head hits the floor, donk, she turns into a blue, muscly humanoid.
Well.
What is that?
What
Who do we
have
have here?
Yeah, right.
All right. She's still tied up. So I say I go ahead and ungag her.
So you pull out the gag in her mouth, and the creature like breathes a sigh of relief. Finally, thank you.
Thank you for what?
I've been trapped decades. Who knows how long?
What are you?
He explains that he's a doppelganger. That he's a creature that's a born shapeshifter.
Why were you trapped?
He curses and says that Fong Ming kept him as a pet, as a servant, kept him absolutely dominated.
Do you know where she is?
He says she ran, I think.
I'm gonna shift back into wear shape, and because that probably would have worn off by now, and I'm gonna start sniffing for the servant girl.
All right, so As you sniff, you can tell that the servant girl's scent goes from right out the painting to the curtain to the door, and then it vanishes. Turns back into the scent of Fa Ming before it gets lost in the crowd. As you return to the busy streets of Mare Lorraine, your quarry got away. And that's what we'll call the session.
All
Good
right.
job, everybody. Well,
Great adventure. That was an adventure.
Wow.
Nobody
Wow.
died.
Good
Thank
job.
goodness. It was a close
Yes.
one, but
Great job, Zippy.
yeah.
Good job.
At least
Yeah.
we have a pet doppelganger now.
You have a
Yeah.
doppelganger ally. Even
Yeah.
better. You didn't kill her.
Yeah.
She's the doppelganger is actually quite thankful that she's freed from that prison. Yeah. I call this one a brush with trouble.
That was great. That
That was
great.
so good.
The
Wow.
pacing was good, too.
trouble, so punny. I love it.
All right.
Wow.
Yo, folks out in YouTube land, thank you for hanging out with us. This is episode 4 of Killers of the King. We play every other week. The characters stay the same, but the players rotate. If you're interested in joining along, make sure to join the Discord. You can sign up to play. The rest of the episodes are my $1 Patreon. All sorts of other cool links in the description. And if you have some thoughts about how this session went, be sure to let me know in the comments below.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, y'all.
Thank
you. That
y'all
was
for
great,
being
man.
here.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Zip.
hosting.
Appreciate it.
I
That
had
was
a
amazing.
blast.